Welcome to That's Absurd Podcast, your source for everything hip hop, pop culture, sports, and more. Tune in, subscribe, enjoy.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of That's Absurd Podcast. I go by the name of Juno, aka Melvo.
It's your boy GNAP.
And your boy Gray.
And we are back for another week of absurdities, folks. Sorry about last week. You know, shit happens, technical difficulties. But hopefully we don't have that issue. We put some I guess some protocols into play where if that does happen, we have extra files to pull from. So you guys aren't just left in the middle of a podcast episode. So that has been addressed. But fellas, it's been a long week. What you guys been up to, man? How y'all week been?
Oh man, my week was hectic, man. The rental property I got, I had to go down there and had an inspection done on the roof and the tenants down there because the inspectors needed access inside the home, and they were just giving us a hard time, you know, because I guess they had somebody in there who was sick and everything.
They hit you with that COVID shit again?
Hit with that COVID.
Yeah.
It's been over 10 days since me and you went over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah, we also had to do an inspection too. So because we had supposedly we had a water leak, and the county utility was letting us know that. They sent us a letter, so we had to get the sheriff involved. And so right before the sheriff came, so then they want to say, you know, y'all can come in. I'm like, nah. It got to that point where y'all make me have to call them.
Now they gonna be here. Yeah.
I pay property tax, so I'm waiting for them to come. I had to use them, so I'm gonna make sure they get used. So wait for them to come. Since they came out, and you know, their tone totally changed. Well, yeah, I told them they could come in. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, you made me call them, so I gotta wait for them. So they gotta get here. So
I mean, you're like, how nice of you told me to come into my own property. I appreciate it.
You can tell me from coming into my own property. Yeah, I was coming in, but at the same time, you know, you have to, you know, you don't want to be too hostile, because then it create more mess and that stuff. But yeah, other than that, you know, there's no lease renewal.
But it's a short-term rental anyways, all right?
Yeah.
I know it's one thing I've been noticing online, like if you go on Twitter, a lot of folks, man, are anti-landlords, bro.
Yeah,
a lot of anti-tenants.
Yeah, they don't want to pay and they about to get evicted.
And they're like, why can't these landlords fight with the corporate media or fight with the corporate folks instead of fighting with us? We're low fruit.
Well, we don't have any issues with corporate.
Exactly. I was like, we didn't make the deal
with corporate for.
Yeah, corporate ain't staying in my house.
We're not renting the corporate.
Exactly. Why would we take on the system? We rented to you. Well, I've seen people today
the powering and the entitlement. Yeah.
I've seen people tell me that landlords are garbage. It's a fake job.
It's what about the tenant?
Listen, someone told, and I'm telling you, I'm seeing this a lot. Someone told me it's not a real job. You just sit around and you get paid. It's the worst job ever.
It's not a job. No,
it's the worst job ever. You just lease a space. You just own a space and you're charging people for
it. It's not a job.
That's what I said. It's the best kind of money. It's a passive income. I was like,
exactly. It's an asset. It's not a job.
They're like, they call it like it's a slumlord type of job. What kind of person would?
Well, you're out of space.
I was like,
you're the slum, so
it's not on that. Like, are you not? Did y'all just wake up in America yesterday? Don't we all have to pay?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the entitlement now is ridiculous, man. Like, people. Bro.
I don't know if it's. I'm just telling you that capitalism might not be working in America anymore, because people can't get past the basic premise of rent. People are now against rent. Well, that means people expect free housing. When have we ever had that in America? So when have we ever had that?
Really, yeah.
I mean, housing. Everyone knows that's your biggest cost. Now people
that's your first bill.
Exactly.
That's your first bill in life is housing.
People expect not to have housing anymore. Like, bro, are we not in America anymore? This shit is wild to me. That's look, I don't care whether it's a tenant or the government that pays me. If I got the spot, I rent it out. I don't care. You don't have to pay me if the government's going to subsidize it. Sure. Yeah. But someone's got to pay for this spot if I'm on the hook for the bill, if I don't bought this asset. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's doing. You bought it to make money from it. It costs you money.
Well, it's funny how this about it's not a real job.
It wasn't meant to be a real job. Yeah,
it's not. Listen, you saying it's not a real job, but you're making it a job for me.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. Yeah, you coming down.
Like you giving me a hard time is making it a job that I'm dreadful about going to now.
I just don't understand that how people get. I don't understand. Like when I was a tenant, I never thought that. I never understand. I don't get the concept. Where do you get the idea of I shouldn't be paying? That is crazy to me, though. These new folks,
yeah.
I tell you, the longer we're on lockdown and COVID, the more America is gonna come socialize. People don't realize it.
They will. You already seen it. People not wanting to go back to work, not going back
to work. You used to getting this paid for, that paid for. We're gonna slowly but surely become a socialist state. Watch, because and Republicans keep fighting this mass. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna change the whole thinking pattern system.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Murphy's gonna vote Republicans. I might even. If
they're not gonna vote Republicans.
That's where it's going. I'm like,
Republicans are the reason we ain't getting shit back. Niggas don't wear masks. They don't believe in lockdown. The shit. As long as you let this thing run longer and longer, the more the people are transforming more and more socialists because they need the government to back them.
No, this is the thing, but those people aren't going to vote Republican, but the people that own shit are going to.
Oh, yeah. But the people that own shit been Republican, 9 times out of 10 people that own shit been Republican anyways.
Yeah, but they're going to get that other 1 to 2% that didn't want to go over, that other 10% that didn't want to go over because they sympathize with everybody. But now you put me in the position where you saying, fuck me. Because I own this house that you live in.
Yeah, we got to see which one makes more, which converts over more. All the whole business owners that lost their business because of the Democrats locked down for too long, because they're gonna probably be Republicans and we piss off Democrats, or is it the people that's been locked down, they lost their job and they used to getting this free check, these free benefits, this healthcare. These people they haven't paid in however long right now. How long been over a year?
It's like a year and 6 months.
Yeah, and they expect the shit to keep going. They keep pushing it down the line, so people gotten to no rent.
But a lot of them are in because they had the money, but they're partying, like taking trips, going to.
I don't like when people make it seem like that's a lot of them. We know a few that do that.
Renting exotic cars. Oh, I've seen them. Yeah.
That's not the people that weren't paying their rent, though. These are the people you're seeing online.
I think
it's a bunch of young kids, bro.
Nate, exactly. The people you seeing online with these exotic cars and going on trips, they're not paying rent either.
Exactly.
But they're not complaining. They got the nerve to say don't pay rent though.
Right. They're not complaining about not paying rent.
Yeah, they know what's about to come at least.
But those people, some of those folks have the means to pay the rent and pay the rent.
But I think statistically, majority of America is not behind on rent. A lot of people are paying rent, but if you do an eviction right now, it's supposed to be 1 in 6, which is still a lot. 1 in 6 is supposed to be evicted. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like what, 18, 17%?
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah, I know we haven't missed a rent payment in this whole time. So
this is our second recession, so we're used to it. We know what happens when you have the means and don't do it. Mm-hmm. You know what happens. It doesn't work in your favor. The recession ends.
We learned that shit from our parents.
Exactly. Almost everyone had the means back then, and they just did it because they heard the other person was, another person was it, and you lost a whole generation worth of gone. You know what I'm saying? So if you got it to pay, you pay.
That's my motto. If it's there to spend, spend it. What about you, Nate? What you been up to this week? Whose birthday was it?
No one's birthday this week. It's actually my wife's birthday this weekend. So coming up. So we had our anniversary. We didn't do nothing because it's a weekday. So we probably gonna see what we can do this weekend. Other this week, my car broke down on me. I've been having the same issue since I got the car, bro. The moonroof has been fucking up where it's like
sunroof.
No, there's sunroof and there's moonroof.
You got a sunroof.
I got a moonroof. Okay, what's the difference between the two?
Moonroof is when that whole top is glass. The whole top of the car is glass.
Not a lot. What do you mean, the whole top? Because my thing is it's glass and it goes back and it opens up.
Yeah, that's the sunroof.
I don't know.
That whole top from everyone in the car could see outside from looking up. That's a moonroof.
Nah, that can't be because there's not too many cars that have that.
What you mean? All these newer cars have
Yeah.
that.
But the
That's
word
why-
moonroof's
that-
been around. Don't say
No
newer cars.
nope.
Other
Niggas
previous-
had
other
sunroofs
previous
back
cars,
in the 90s.
I don't
niggas
have
in-
a 90 car though.
I know. That's why I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. The phrase was sunroof. It's never been
Yep.
moonroof. Now
Yeah,
you
I did
talking
hear
about
sunroof.
moonroof.
I'm
can't
just
just-
saying what they tell it's called. I'm not telling you.
No,
I
you can't
heard
just-
sunroof.
You can't
I've
just
heard-
throw yourself in the moonroof category if you ain't got a moonroof, nigga.
Listen, let me look at this up because there's no way. Either way, ever since I got the car, I've had an issue with the moonroof or the sunroof, as you call it. And what happens is there's drainages, you know, almost like in your house where you have drainages in the gutter. There's drainages in the moonroof. So when it rains, it goes out and it goes down. And it goes from under. It goes basically passes through under your door. But if you park under tree, debris and stuff can build in, and when it backs up, the water will build up in there and it'll spill inside and it's fall inside your car. I've had that issue when I first purchased the car. They cleaned out the debris. A couple months later, same thing would happen. Because back then I was working, and then instead of being parking my car under the sun, I used to park it under the shade. So all the debris would fall in there. And they told me make sure you don't park under the shade. These are common moonroofs. Of course, they don't tell you that. And it's not like it's a technical thing that people go and clean out their moonroofs. Yeah, that's what I have.
This is a moonroof, right? You see this?
Yeah,
The
look at
people
it.
in the back seat looks up and they see outside.
Just
show
type in moonroof on Google Images.
And
That's what I have.
it automatically says moonroof versus sunroof.
Moonroof is two of the things. Yeah, I have one for the front and the back. I do see one that said, okay, no. The sunroof is a metal top. See, I don't have a metal top. Mine is all moon. Yeah, that's what I thought. All glass, moonroof. Nigga, I know what I'm talking about. That's the difference. Yeah, mine's that's what. So there is some metal tops that slide out, and he goes, and mine's is all glass at the top.
So the thing that slides away is glass.
Yeah, everything's
Okay.
glass.
You
So-
got a moonroof. I stand corrected. I sincerely apologize for insulting your moonroof, calling it a
Yeah.
sunroof.
So after the second time when they repaired it and I got the car, the third time I went back for the same thing. They put it on them. They ripped out the whole moonroof and installed a new one on them on them. So you fast forward 2-3 years, no issues, and I'm having the same issue again. Even though I don't go nowhere, I be parked right in front of the house. The thing, whenever the channels get blocked, it rains inside the car. Now this time it got so bad, it started frying the circuits. My compass went out. When I shift the car, put it on gear, it keeps telling me when I'm done parking, it keeps telling me put it on park. It's making the sensors. I wake up in the morning, the car windows are down, and it's like the alarm's going off on quiet. That shit, it's fucked up all the wiring inside. Man, it's a pain in the ass. Bro. I basically went over to the dealership. They quoted me the cost to repair everything was the same amount of the cost of the car. So I just told them, just throw me battery back in there. She's been acting up, and they gave me a quote. I paid $600 for a battery and 2 diagnostics, man. So I'm just waiting until I close on this house before I change out this damn switch out a car because I can't. You can't do no hard inquiries. So yeah, but
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
With your car, you might have to clear out your garage and park in the garage if you don't get a new car.
yeah, I'm gonna get
Got a new
car.
garage,
I'm
you
sick of
got to
that
clear
shit.
out the garage and park in the garage.
And how I got it now, it wouldn't fit. I got too much in the garage.
That's why you got to clear it out.
Yeah, but either way, I'm gonna I would want an electrical anyway. So going forward, if I need the electrical, that's we got to park in the garage anyways. Unless
Nah,
you get
you
the little
could- you
extension cord, yeah,
You could set up the
extension cord outside.
not the extension. You could put the whole box outside. They're waterproof.
Oh, okay. So what happens? You pop
So
the
it's
top
like, it's
off
like
it
the same
in
as
rain?
when you go to the mall and you charge your car at the mall.
Oh, okay.
So you could put it outside. It's just a little more expensive. That's why I decided to put mine inside the garage instead of outside.
Yeah, but that's about it. We didn't get it ripped off by these dealerships. How about you? What you been up to?
Oh man, this weekend I had a blast, man. We went to me and my wife, 3 other couples, we went down to New Orleans, or I should say up to I guess down to New Orleans since we're in New York. Went down to New Orleans, had a good time. Food was amazing. Parties were amazing. The high was amazing because niggas was on them gummies all weekend.
I
So-
went down. Yeah, I was trying to get my hands on some gummies this weekend too, man. It was my grandma's 95th birthday, and I got there and I was rushing down and forgot something. And like, man, it was a big fucking bummer.
Why don't you hit up Big Harry?
I called. I don't because I got there a little bit late and it was night and it was like only had like it was supposed to be like a 2-3 hour event. I was like, So by the time he gets there, it'd probably be an hour, and then the gummy's gonna take in. It takes like an hour before it kicks in. You know what I'm saying? Then basically, I only got an hour worth of partying. And then we'll say, no point. So.
Well, let me know next time.
I have some at the house. I just left some. I left it.
Oh,
I came down. Yeah.
Are you refrigerating yours? You're supposed to refrigerate it, right?
The ones I got from Harry are unopened, so you have to
No,
refrigerate
you're
them once you
supposed
open them.
You're supposed to refrigerate them in general.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
just
I can see how they start sticking together sometimes. So
right.
yeah,
So you don't have that.
Yeah, to keep them cool. You got to keep them in a cool place.
Yeah, man. So I did that. New Orleans was great. Had a good time. We flew in. Actually, we flew in. When was it? Today, actually, or yesterday, because we had a 12 o'clock flight. Flight got delayed. I know you guys been hearing about all these delays that's been going on with like Spirit and other airlines.
Yeah.
What I've been seeing.
Was on
flew
Southwest.
Spirit?
No,
Spirit
was on
is terrible.
Southwest. Was on Southwest, and we had a connecting flight, which was from New Orleans to Tampa, from Tampa to New York. So they couldn't fly into Tampa because of the weather. So they ended up canceling that and rebooking us to fly from New Orleans to Atlanta. But then we wouldn't be able to make the connecting flight because the flight got delayed when it was at the airport. Long story short, they ended up saying, okay, we're cleared to fly. We're gonna make the you're gonna be able to make it to New York because you'll be able to make the flight in Atlanta. So we literally got off the flight at 9 o'clock. The other flight was scheduled to depart at 9:05. So
Yeah,
good thing that flight got delayed as well. So when we get there, they're just starting the boarding process, and we was able to make the flight. Got into to New York real late. So that's why we couldn't even record yesterday, because I literally thought I was gonna have enough time, because I was scheduled to get to New York like at 7 o'clock, but ended up getting to New York around 12 o'clock. But other than that, my week's been pretty good. And then I get a phone call saying, hey, this new job that you're starting, they need you to come in Friday to pick up the equipment. And I'm like, God damn, I thought I was going to fly back to New York and have like 5 days in New York. And they're like, nope, we need you to come pick this stuff up on Friday. So now I have to buy a ticket to fly to New York tomorrow. That ended up costing another $300.
Is your new job in New York?
No, it's in Florida.
Why you gotta fly to New York and not straight to Florida?
After New Orleans, I flew into New York because I thought I was gonna have like 5 days to just chill in New York with the wife.
Okay.
But they called me today and was like, we need you to pick up the equipment on Friday. So I have to fly out Thursday to pick it up Friday morning.
That makes sense.
I've been on the rip and running. So I got a whole bunch of shit I'm packing up to go back to Florida with. But that's been my week.
All right. I guess we'll get into absurdities, man. So you just been ripping and running, getting everything done.
Yes, sir. And go ahead. We'll talk about it let me see if there's an absurdity that involves. Yeah, there's an absurdity in politics. All right, go ahead. Where y'all want to start off with, hip hop, or y'all want to go to pop culture? Let's start off with. I say we start off with hip hop, man.
Yeah, hip hop, bro.
Hip hop is banging this week.
All right, we already know the big ticket in hip hop is Dipset versus the Lox, man.
It's not the big ticket. I mean, thank God the baby's thinking. Thank God that's the big ticket.
Listen, man. I almost cried on that plane, bro.
Oh, you were watching on the plane?
Yeah, bro. I paid I already knew it was gonna be delayed. I paid the $8 for the internet. I was like, fuck it. I'm paying for this internet. Because Southwest make you pay for the internet.
I told y'all last time that Jadakiss is a cheater, and you guys didn't pay attention when he beat Fab. He goes in there and changes the whole parameter of
that ain't cheating.
I mean, it's a way of no one else thinks to do it. He changes the rules of versus. It is genius because versus isn't about battling. It's about who got the biggest hits usually.
Yeah.
But he goes in there and changes it. He changes it, tells the crowd, these niggas ain't got lyrics. So automatically the crowd listen to the lyrics. And the way he raps, the way he makes sure the bass is low, you're hearing every bar.
He makes sure you hear his
every bar, everything is crisp. So then you start judging it like it's a battle rap. And who the fuck's gonna beat him with his battle rap? Now nobody.
Listen, I wanted to cry, bro. I was so I'm on the plane, right? I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, that's not even Locke's record. And she looked at me and said, you just mad Dipset getting the ass whooped. You're gonna have to go through with this one, my boy.
Yeah, you gotta see it through.
You gotta see it through, my boy.
Oh man,
it was so bad that the tracks that weren't hits.
Yeah,
Jadakiss made them a hit.
Jadakiss was doing album cuts, and then shit was sounding like bangers. Like Jesus, shit like. And it wasn't even that; it was just only Jadakiss. Them boys are so well rehearsed that all the other groups, when they're not saying a word, they point the crowd and make the crowd chant it. D-Block knew that when Jada's not saying the word, the other members say it. So you're never not catching the word.
Exactly.
Not guessing.
Did you ever hear Jada not spitting the bars? Jada spit everybody's bars.
Everybody's bars. But I'm saying whenever they pull the mic away, another member of the group picks it up. They're not relying on the crowd. They're their own hype man.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
You could tell they rehearsed.
Rehearsed. Them boys been working together so long, but them boys are smooth, man. I'm talking about
they
stuff
rehearsed.
That Sheik Luch came out shining yesterday, man.
From the beginning, from the get-go, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, man.
I was so disappointed in Dipset for not rehearsing.
What's worse is
Dipset didn't rehearse. They didn't get a good DJ.
No, exactly.
It sounded like the DJ just walked in with an iPhone and an aux cable and said, "Plug me up, bro."
Yeah, because when Jada made sure when their songs came on, the bass was down, everything was crisp. Whenever the rocks,
exactly, and every time it's like, soon as it's their turn, they hit you with. They hit them niggas with like 3 tracks at once.
Oh yeah,
versus one.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, these niggas is cheating.
Yeah, Sprint Fire. Yeah, they were. I forgot about that. Yeah, they're not even playing their full tracks because they're timed. It's not about song length. It's about time. How long you go? They hit you with 3 track spurts every time. Like Jesus, man.
Them niggas shitted so much on Dipset, bro. I was so sad on that plane, bro.
Oh, that was the cleanest ass open I see, bro. Like, Jesus.
A lot of shit happened, though. That I didn't see.
Freaky Zeke's ass dancing all night. Oh, Jim Jones.
Jim Jones fell off the stage.
Listen, man.
Jim Jones fell off the stage?
Yeah, he fell off at some point.
He walked off. He walked directly off the stage.
Oh, shit. I didn't even see that. That's probably part that I missed because my shit kept cutting in and out, bro. Yeah. I didn't even see that.
Freaky Zeke doing all his crazy dances the whole night.
Yeah, Zeke, like, what the fuck,
Zeke
bro?
Not on any tracks. How come I didn't hear him rapping at all?
He didn't rap at all. Yeah, he didn't rap at all.
He don't rap on the tracks. He's the he does the interludes and the skits on the Dipset albums.
Yeah, they didn't. The thing is, Dipset was way more deep than the Locks yesterday. You didn't need all the people there. It was like those 3 guys were fighting whooping niggas' ass and that sound like that shit got bad, bro. Like, damn.
As soon as Zeke came out, they asked him, "Yo, what are you doing here? What you supposed to be?"
Yeah. Oh man. And what's worse is that you got the Locks because Dipset. The niggas at Dipset got more money than the Locks. That's given.
The Locks did not win. Jadakiss won.
Nah, I can't say that because there wasn't one bad Lock verse.
Listen, the Locks did not win. Jadakiss won. Yeah. Jadakiss did all the work.
How about Styles P's set? When Styles
P's didn't have a set. Styles P only had I Get High.
No,
that was Styles P's only track.
No, Locked Up. He had a couple. Stop. I'm telling you. Even Styles.
Okay, so Styles P put up 6 points.
Of course, Jada was the MVP yesterday.
Jada put up 72 points, bro.
Yeah,
It was like Jada in the lot.
And they only had 78.
But the boys
Luch didn't get no points. He got rebounds and assists. He got rebounds and assists. He didn't get no points because he don't have no solo bangers.
He don't have any solo bangers. But the when they did tracks together, there's the ones, you know how them boys. There's one thing they already was able to cheat because them boys already have songs where they cut in and then cut out from each other. They was already doing that on stage. That's what they're known for. You know, when you start a verse, the other person hops in. So they already do the 3-way and 2-way,
back and forth,
the back and forth, which they already do as a group already. They're already known for that. So they got that.
That shit is
they already perfected it. That shit is fucking raw. Now people do that in battle rap. Yeah, that shit is. Yeah, the boys been started doing that in raps, and then they had that, and then there's the one Sheek's in it. So they do it from 2 to 3. Them boys are just, man, the precision. I think they knew. Had they not rehearsed, Dipset would have won. But them boys came there, fucking rehearsed, man, and like Jesus. They had Cameron looking like.
I don't know if Dipset would have won because Dipset didn't look like they were.
That's what I'm saying.
If Dipset had
rehearsed,
if Dipset had the same preparation that the Lox had,
because
Dipset would have won.
Dipset have hits,
exactly. Because song for song, man, Cameron has some fucking bangers on that. Cameron, it got to the point where it's just Cameron by himself, bro. Because I ain't see Joel shine at all. Cameron was spitting. And it was like, bro, you're not enough. There's not enough. They was like, you gotta need more people. These niggas are running laps around you right now. I'm like, Jesus.
Exactly, because Cameron brought out the Beast Chair, and he was sitting on the Beast Chair the first like 3-4 songs, and then he saw the ass whooping that Jim Jones and Santana was getting, so he had to get up, and that's what Jadakiss said. It was like Cameron planned to sit in that chair a lot longer. but he had to get up because of this ass whooping that we giving his homeboy.
And the fact that boys just kept commentating on the whole thing you're doing, it was like, these niggas ain't got no Grammys. They done got grams, but they ain't got no Grammys. Like, Jesus. Like, it's crazy because it ain't common when you see the underdog. Because, you know, Cameron's way more successful. Jim Jones way more successful. These boys got more money. Well, it was then flipped everything that the Lox are the Dipset's known for. They stole it from. They're like, I don't live in Connecticut. We right here in New York. I'm like, how the fuck they take New York from Dipset?
From Harlem, bro. Harlem World.
And he said, I be in Harlem all the time. I don't live in New York. So y'all niggas, y'all know me. And he dropped the I'm from New York track. I'm like, oh, this shit's a fucking rap.
Listen, man. After that battle, I came to the conclusion. Everyone always says no one could beat Jay-Z. Jadakiss would beat Jay-Z in a battle.
He'd be the only one close.
In a verse. It's not close. It won't even be close because of the energy level. Jadakiss will wash Jay-Z in a versus battle.
It all depends on performance, exactly. And I think
in a versus battle,
performance.
When it comes to personality and energy and performance, Jadakiss will wash Jay-Z.
Unless Jay-Z was able to do it the same method. What happened to Gray?
Gray fell off. I guess he'll pop back in.
Unless Jay-Z was able to do it in the same method as him, or if you make it about bar for bar, then he'd be good. But that Jada, man, because if it goes from bar for bar, you already know the only person that was close to Jada back in the days was Jay-Z and fucking Benny Siegel.
Yeah.
You remember when the boys was beefing? Those would literally be the only person. So if it was going back then, if it was The Rock versus thing, then it would have been Rocks versus D-Block. That would have been perfect because Benny Siegel.
Benny Siegel and all them others would have brought the energy. Jay-Z didn't have to bring the energy.
But I'm just saying because they would have made about bars regardless. But then remember that was one of the greatest battles. The Rock D-Block versus The Rock. Them boys used to just fucking go off on each other, and that shit was fucking phenomenal. So that's what you need if you want to make it about bars. The shit was, man. The thing is, a lot of people. I'm glad that Jada got his flowers because for the longest he's been calling himself top 5 dead or alive. A lot of people just say, yeah, this nigga easily top 5.
Easily, bro. If Jada's not in your top 5, bro, especially if you have a New York list,
Yeah,
now, I understand if he's not on your top 5 and it's a Southern list or it's an all-inclusive list and you have to put different regions in it.
Well, if it's a New York list,
you can only put one New Yorker, one Southerner, one West Coast, one Midwest, shit like that, and he don't make the top. Even then, he'll probably make a top 5. But if you're doing a New York list, an East Coast list, Jadakiss has to be in your top 5.
But the thing is,
Said
Jada's
that.
so nice.
He's my top 5. So
The thing is, Jada's so nice that people, it kind of makes you second guess. What's his name?
Jay-Z, Biggie, all these
No,
other.
no, not Jay. I mean, it kind of makes you second guess. His partner, man. What's his name?
Styles P?
Styles P. And
Okay.
Styles is fucking nice, bro.
Styles is
Styles
nice, but
is
he's
nice.
nowhere. He's nowhere
I
compared.
can't say not nowhere. I cannot.
He's
say
not even
it's that far
comparable.
off. I
He's
can't
not
say it's that-
comparable.
I can't say it's that far off because they got tracks where Styles have the killer verse, beat him sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he, you know what I'm saying? Luch never really beats him too, that's for sure. But
Listen,
you got tracks where Styles bodies Jada on tracks.
How
And
many?
but he was in Styles gets fucking busy, bro.
Remember when the Locks was on Bad Boy?
Yeah.
Who they call from the Locks? They didn't call Styles P.
Oh, for writing, yeah, they used to call Jada.
For writing or for features on like
for writing, yeah, he used to only be they used to call Mason
Jadakiss.
and Mason Jada.
And Jadakiss.
Mason Jada. Yep.
Yeah, so
But I'm just saying, Styles is fucking nice too, man.
Styles
These
is
niggas
nice.
busy.
but compared to his counterpart, his teammate,
these niggas
it's
is
it's
busy.
LeBron. It's LeBron and
in the
let me
Lakers.
see. no,
D-Wade? D-Wade?
no, it's
No,
LeBron and
The Kev.
what's the Jones? Eddie Jones.
No, nah, you size. I'll take D-Wade. Because D-Wade was a fucking
Nah, bro.
beast. But LeBron's is
I
that much
can say
better.
D-Wade.
I would say D-Wade. I would not say because Styles is a fucking monster, bro. Styles is a monster. And what I always hated being from
All
the
right,
South.
so LeBron
D-Wade.
versus it'll be
I'll-
LeBron and Chris
Kyrie.
Bosh. Chris
I'm
Bosh.
giving D-Wade.
Chris
Because that's
Bosh.
that's how good Styles is. I'm giving what's name. One thing I liked about the South is when the Locks are known to do, they hop on Southern tracks. You know, like BMF has Styles on there. Knock Your Head Off has Styles and Jadakiss on there. I always got mad at the boys never got their own Gangsta Grills. That shit would have been so fucking wrong. That's what makes Fabulous one of my favorite people out in New York. The fact that he got like 3 or 4 Gangsta Grills. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So when
Right.
you're on Southern beats, he's like, that's the main thing we want from these New York artists is can they hop on these Southern beats? But you already know the boys. If you would have got a Gangsta Grills on that shit, would have been fucking phenomenal, bro.
But even when Cameron played a Southern track, them niggas clowned that
It was
shit. and
too
said,
late.
"Nigga, we in New York. We don't need no Southern help. We gonna stick with this New York shit."
Oh yeah,
Like I said, the boys already did them the cheat code.
About it.
yeah, about it. Yeah,
That's why I said they already did the cheat code. They already set the parameters to exactly how they wanted it. And anytime he tried to maneuver it out, they're like, nah, we ain't doing that. At the end, he got so mad, he started trying to freestyle and he got booed. He tried to rap like, hey, they doing like, hold on, these niggas ain't got no lyrics. And the crowd started doing like, it's too late, bro. He already stole the crowd from you.
Even when Joel Santana tried to switch up the parameters
Yeah.
and take it to
Girl track.
girl music, Jadakiss
Yeah.
bodied him there.
Jada, yeah, just like, these niggas ain't got no girl music. Yeah, that's what the boys got their Grammys from. They're like, these niggas ain't got no Grammys. They're like, geez.
Bro. And when it went to the girl, the
Yeah, it
ladies'
was a rap,
favorite
bro.
music, it was only Jadakiss music. It
was
wasn't
only
Locks
Jada.
music.
Oh no, those tracks have those tracks have
Those were
Styles
not
on there.
Locks tracks, nigga. Those were
Yes, they
all
were.
Jadakiss tracks.
All those tracks, the Mariah Carey track is Jada and Styles. The Mariah Carey track is Jada Styles.
They didn't play Styles' verse.
They didn't. That's what I'm saying. They just that's why.
Because
yeah,
Jadakiss was the only good part of the fucking track.
Matter of fact, when they played the girl tracks, them boys didn't even split their verse. That's how much they're doing the Locks dirty. I mean, Dipset dirty. They just played the hook and they played like 3 tracks like that. They didn't even rap their verses on them shits. I'm like, this shit is crazy. They
So
just showed them how much bangers they had.
This is another thing that shows you in these versus battle. It brings you back to old school hip hop where the DJ matters.
Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because
Well,
remember Soulja Boy and Bow Wow.
Exactly. You can tell from
Bow Wow
exactly.
washed Soulja Boy because of the DJ.
Exactly. Yep.
And
Same
this
thing.
is the
Like
same thing with the Locks
well, same thing with Keith Sweat and what's his name? Keith Sweat and Bobby
and
Brown.
Bobby Brown. Exactly.
Yeah. When
The
Keith Sweat,
DJ matters,
DJ
bro.
matters. Yeah. The DJ. If you're not gonna do the work in advance, your DJ at the very least got to get the set in advance. Got to get the gunshots in. Got to get the blend. If you ain't coming correct, dog, it's on the DJ, dog. So that should.
I thought Dipset could have came out with more tracks with a DJ. Yeah,
Bro,
Just
it was
the
up to,
DJ.
you know, if it
Yeah,
was
much better tracks. Yeah,
Dipset's catalog is so fucking fire. It just, I think what they tried doing is they try to hit them with the light stuff early, thinking that the Locks didn't have a heavy load that's gonna run them out and then run the board after that point. I'm like, you fucked up, bro. Them boys.
And I think like they also
Yeah.
like, think like they're about to perform in front of these like like new crowds. Where
It
they're
didn't
gonna
matter the crowd. Them boys,
like,
once them boys changed it, because a New York crowd is automatically cool with being a regular battle rap crowd. That's what the boys used to battle rap. So they'll take a regular performance or they'll take battle rap. As soon as he made it, as soon as he started.
That's what I'm saying. They were trying to make it a regular performance.
Yeah.
Which
they
that was
usually are.
just
Yeah.
try to
As
hit
soon as
him with
niggas
the
started
battle
talking
rap.
about these niggas ain't got no lyrics. As soon as he made it about lyrics, he fucked the shit up. He fucked the whole
No,
shit up.
what was these niggas is lip syncing.
Yeah. Fucking they, yeah, that's the thing about battle rap though. Once you steal the crowd,
Yo, these niggas lip syncing.
it's like when Loaded Lux went against that one dude and he started speaking wokeness and shit. And then once that nigga started talking about y'all niggas over here, y'all killing yourself, y'all dying from that. Once that nigga speaking that woke real shit, what gangster shit can you say that matters when he's speaking some real shit? And he's speaking to your heart, you're like, bro, you fucking lost. That's what that, and that's what you remember. Loaded Lux, he gonna get this work. He'll get this work. Once he won the crowd,
It was one of them Detroit.
Let me work.
it was a
Let me
Detroit
work.
rapper.
yeah, he's telling the crowd, come on,
Let me work.
Let me work. He don't get this- Once you won the
He'll get
crowd
this work.
over and you saying some prolific shit, you're like, bro, they're like, ain't nothing gangster you can say is gonna beat the fact that he's actually speaking some real shit about how y'all destroying your communities. You just lost, bro. He changed the whole parameters of the battle. He made it about wokeness now. How the fuck you ain't ready for that? I'm like, god damn. That shit is. I like, man. I ain't ever seen that shit was a phenomenal. It's gonna be hard to top that one, bro.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
hey, but the Dipset, Locks, and State Property going on tour, and they gotta stop in Orlando in September.
oh
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
down
we
to
might have
go?
to see that. Yeah, we're gonna have to see that.
I'm dead ass now.
yeah,
That means if the ticket's $500, we paying
oh,
$500.
let's see.
Yeah.
How long do they put tickets out?
When
the
is
tickets
this?
didn't come out yet. It's in September.
September.
Are you guys
definitely. I'm
in
down.
agreement to go?
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't know
All
about
right.
500 though, but
Start putting aside 100 or so just in case right now.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going. I'm going 100%. I don't
You
care
know,
how
you
much
know when
it
they're
is.
stopping in Orlando?
It's like September 27th or something like, or 17th.
What's crazy is I was telling people to tune in, friends that used
It's
to use
after Labor Day.
Okay.
I had friends that used to be blasphemous on camera. I'm like, y'all niggas that's this on camera saying you can't rap. I hope y'all tune in tonight and listen to some fucking bars. I pick a bad night for
Hey.
them to tune in. He had the bars.
He did
Cameron
try
had
to
the
bring
bars.
that what you call that rap style that
Yeah.
you do.
You see that meme that says,
I heard
I get the booze booing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, God damn.
Then I'm like,
They started
oh
booing.
shit, he did it. Then I remember the meme that meme that the guy did about him. That's what that shit brought me back to.
Which on the computer's Putin?
The computers Putin.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess computers Putin.
kumbaya,
listen.
kumbaya.
This motherfucker gets busy though. And even though that style is a little funky, I think he gets busy. He gets busy.
Oh man,
Last night, it made it seem like Cameron is the best lyricist in the Locks. To me,
Yeah.
You mean in Dipset?
Dipset. And
Dipset.
to me, it's your boy Jay. Like I said, Dipset was fighting with a handicap because Joel still isn't back to his own self. That nigga he's a shell of his old self. The confidence ain't there. No matter how much he dressed, we just
It's
don't
the
believe
teeth,
him
bro.
anymore.
It's the teeth.
We
The
don't
teeth
believe him
fucked
anymore.
them up.
The
The
teeth,
teeth fucked
yeah.
them up. Because you look at him and you go like, damn,
This
we
nigga
know
got
this
no
nigga
teeth.
up here with
he
fake
didn't
teeth.
smile at he can.
And
He
he
don't smile
looks
at
like
himself, though.
he's contemplating against himself like, damn, are these people really looking at me like,
Yeah, we
You
know
feel
he
me?
ain't that
So-
dude anymore. Yeah, back then when he had that confidence, back then, listen, Joel's catalog alone, the shit he got with Lil Wayne, all the features he used to fucking, he should have been able to be the same shit Jay was doing. He should have been able to counter it. And I'm
Yeah,
just
man.
fucking shocked. We didn't get none of that. It was Cameron at the end of the day by himself. I'm like, man, yeah, them boys looking wild out there, man. They definitely should have rehearsed. They
so
definitely.
that whole dynamic where they always think Cam sons them
Yeah.
is gonna be on 100 now because Cam officially knows that these niggas ain't shit without me. Look at this
Yeah.
battle we just went through.
Cam literally was the only one out there rapping his ass off. You're in Buffalo, like Jim trying to do shit. Hold on, let me get my chain on. Right when he get his chain on, you said the niggas said that shit's lame. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit.
Yeah, I heard that. That shit corny.
Yeah, that shit corny. I'm like, God damn, they pulled a do-rag off of Jules. Jules tried to pass her. They pulled his bandana off his head. Them boys got sunned yesterday. And I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah,
man.
they definitely got bullied across the whole stage. They got bullied. They got outworked.
They told them niggas, hey, tell your crowd to get off the stage.
Yeah.
That was like, this shit looked bad.
It was
bro.
funny. That stage was really packing up. Like they barely had any room to perform.
Yeah, bro, the stage was crazy.
Yeah, like what?
And it took them so long to clear the stage, like, and even then, only like 30% of the stage got off.
Yeah.
Yep. And majority of it was D Block. I mean, majority was the
Was
lock.
Dipset.
Was
Yeah.
Dipset. And
Was
then
Dipset
that's what makes it worse. You got these three niggas here out working them, dog. It is fucking.
It's funny, like at the beginning, I thought them niggas was gonna fight at some point.
That's why everybody got the feeling that it was going for it. You know, these niggas is 46 years old.
Yeah.
And but you know, the niggas I already knew them niggas, they juicing. So them niggas, they on that health chip. So they a little bit younger and healthier than.
And I thought, what that dude,
Dipset.
what's that guy? The white dude who says, "Let's get ready to rumble."
Oh, what about?
I thought he was gonna have more energy. He didn't have that energy that he has when it's a big boxing fight.
Yeah, it was the there. Plus, I mean, he probably was scared too.
Maybe they ain't cut him the check that they ain't supposed to cut him. You know, him and the other one.
He was getting cut off too. Like, yeah,
the two of them that do it, the two people that does that, let's go, their family members. Like one's like a brother-in-law.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, niggas getting paid top dollar now. Just go out and say, "Let's get ready to rumble."
That's it, bro. Yeah,
Bro, when I already knew they Dipset lost when the locks came out together, and then when Dipset was coming out, it was Jim Jones and Jewel. Cameron showed up like 5 minutes after that, and them niggas is dapping up Cameron like, "Damn, bro, good to see you. I'm happy you made it."
Yeah, man.
I was like, yeah, these niggas didn't come. They weren't
together.
prepared for no battle.
yeah, they didn't come ready.
That shit is, man. Like I said, I don't know anyone that would be able to dethrone the locks right now. And
It's not the locks, it's Jadakiss.
Well, because and Jada's the only person that's been on 2 verses, so it is kind of a cheat code. This is the second time he's done this.
Yeah,
he is a veteran, but other than State Property, State Property and The Rock. If them boys are to come back, if them boys are about to come back, that would be. I'm saying if you're able to get Beanie Siegel, you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z, when them boys had that nice little battle going back and forth, then but. I would think maybe G Unit, but I know them boys. It's all about. I know 50 ain't got a good stage performance. So see, if 50 had that stage performance, then it'd be one thing. It's just, he ain't got it. We already know that's what 50 lacks. That stage performance is weak.
Yeah, but he can talk that shit though.
Yeah, but talking it all right now is about when you cut it down to just the bars, the breath control. That nigga show was a fucking masterpiece yesterday.
All those guys have hits, but like
and the chemistry.
Yeah, they're not.
They don't have that. G Unit's not gonna have the chemistry the locks got.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So maybe a rehearsal, because Unit got bangers, and we already know that with lyrics. Look, Banks got that. You know what I'm saying? 50 to me is just another version of Styles P, where they just say some real blunt, and sometimes that's what matters in battle rap. It didn't matter. It's not about super lyrical. It's what you say. How deep does it cut? When 50 talking about he's gonna shoot your mama's house instead of have you look for me or some shit, I think like, oh, that's that hurt right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That shit like that's the shit you need. But we already know the issue with that show is they don't get a lot of the bigger guys. They're afraid of losing, so we probably never see a Jay-Z on there. We'll probably never get a Nas. We'll probably, I'm saying, which sucks. We already know they don't even bother bringing out a Kendrick or a Drake. So it's crazy. But it's good for what it is. So this was definitely one of a good ass highlight for this back.
It was great. It was great. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the show itself, not like Dipset getting whooped.
This is for everybody out there that's listening to my voice. Don't fucking tag me in another Dipset shit. I understand they lost, and that's my fucking set. Don't tag me in none of your bullshit. I understand. I don't need you to remind me. I
Yeah,
get it.
I get it.
I have a good memory. Don't fucking remind me.
When they took the video this morning of you know, the one with Cam and All Peak, and they put Jada on it as if he stole his gear. This shit, like, this shit is fucking. That shit was phenomenal.
I was tagging all them bullshits, all them fucking
All
memes.
those-
I got
yeah, all
tagged
the-
in. I'm like, I don't need to hit. I don't need to see none of that shit. I understand.
What's crazy is I know
Jadakiss
people-
has the pink Range Rover. I understand Jadakiss left in a pink Range Rover and a
Yeah.
pink mink coat. I don't need none of that shit.
You
nigga.
see the one of him,
The new king of Harlem.
yeah, you see the one on him backstage like he's Kobe with the championships when he like he
Oh
gets the
yeah,
liquor
yeah,
out.
he did.
yeah, like this is crazy, man. Them boys, that was a great victory, though. Fucking
Funny
great.
thing too, he was talking shit the whole night too. Like,
Oh yeah, them boys,
Oh, man.
shit like them boys did not get along. They're like, this shit is wild. This shit is fucking wild. All right, let's go ahead and go into other things outside of battle rap.
All right, let's go to hip hop. Y'all want to talk about the baby's apology?
I guess we could say what's the name. I was gonna segue to Cassidy, but we could do that. I didn't think I mentioned that one though. I didn't forget.
Yeah, we could. I guess we could go into another battle.
Yeah,
Cassidy versus Tory Lanez.
It's a one-man versus because he's dissing Tory Lanez, and I didn't even listen to the whole thing, but right when you listen, you're like, man, ain't nobody want to hear this shit. That's what I got from it. If you even check the battle, if you check the lines, nobody ain't trying to hear no Cassidy. Because one, you picking a fight where there's no fight. The guy's paying homage to you, and you complain to him, fuck that homage shit don't do nothing for me. I got my own deals. That nigga create that I like, bro, you sound like a bitter old rapper, bro.
Yeah. And Gray dropped off again. Tory Lanez not even paying him no mind.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And Tory Lanez, you're looking for that. I already know Tory's because I ain't gonna pay this nigga no mind. Because he knows what he wants. Now you definitely, I was paying you homage. Now you want to be disrespectful. Now I'm not even gonna pay you any mind and let your ass look like you're really hungry out here.
Now, was Cassidy mad because Tory Lanez rapped over his beat or freestyle over his beat?
He used a couple of Cassidy's lines before, right? And this time he rapped on Cassidy's beat and used one of his lines. But they're like, and people like, oh, and Cassidy said, this nigga, he's jacking my style. I must be his favorite rapper. And then Tory Lanez said, he's right. He's one of my favorite rappers. I wouldn't be without him if it wasn't for me. There would be no Tory Lanez without no Cassidy. That should be the end of the beef.
That should be no beef.
He's like, oh, I guess I'm right.
How you mad at nigga?
He agrees with you.
Homage.
Yeah, and then he agrees with you. And after that, you drop me, fuck that. Pay me homage. I got a wife. I got a family. We got bills paid. None of that shit pays our bills. I'm like, bro,
I guess so. What Cassidy is saying is, don't pay me homage. Send me
pay
money.
Me. Exactly. Don't pay me homage. Just pay me.
Send me money. Yeah, bro. What kind of bullshit you on? Nobody owes you nothing. Like he don't owe you to pay you homage, and now you want money instead of homage.
Exactly. At the very least, you could have got the feature because you already know he's a fan of yours. You could have played it that way. You're like, well, fuck it, let's do a track together. But you know,
he probably took the route because you know everybody's against Tory Lanez after this Megan Thee Stallion shit.
Yep, and then
so he's playing the social media shit.
Exactly. He tried doing that, going against him. But the hip hop heads ain't trying to hear no shit from Cassidy. Cassidy, for one, has kind of ruined his legacy by taking on a lot of battle raps. He's lost like his last 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's
been
getting his ass whooped.
And even though he's getting paid, he don't mind getting his ass up and getting paid, apparently. You know what I'm saying? He's like, fuck it, nigga, I'm getting that bag, but he's losing fucking horribly, and it's fucking up his legacy. I guess he thinks it's 2 different things that don't matter because he feels his real rap fans never really check out the battle rap. But some of us that check about them bars, we tune in, though. We're like, damn, bro, you getting your ass up again? You know what I'm saying? So, and he's being bossed and killed by a lot of these guys in battle rap right now. So the shit is crazy, man. Where's Greg? I guess we gotta wait till he comes back
on. He just sent a text message. What Ep say?
It says internet acting funny, check for maintenance. Tell him log in from his phone.
All right.
He should still be able to log in from his phone. I'll text it to him. So shall we go into I want to cover the baby. I want him to get on here. Should we cover another thing before we get on there?
I guess we could talk about something that's not as big as like Black China airs out Tiger.
We have, what do we have? Okay, that's not related. That's related. Let's see. Okay, Dr. Dre's daughter apparently is living in her car, and she's a few payments away from being homeless. And some people online are saying that's messed up. This, that, and a third. And I'm like, that's just, to me, it's just called disinheritance. That's the same girl that tried to air him out not too long ago. None of his other kids are in the same situation. She was on drugs, this, that, and the third. He was never with her mom. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if he's a billionaire, he got disinherited. You try to play him, and now look at you.
Now, what kind of car is she sleeping in?
It don't matter. He got all his other kids. How come none of his other kids are in that situation?
Now, if she's sleeping in a G-Wagon, there's a difference.
I'm just saying, when people disinherit you and you dissing your dad, you trying to go for his top, you do an interview saying I did that, you trying to fuck up his brand. He don't owe you anything.
Yeah, I don't think
you gotta come in. You trying to ruin his brand.
Right. So I don't blame him for not supporting whatever she does, or
and then you gotta remember,
especially after she tried to get him canceled, because all these kids, when these kids come after their wealthy parents, their successful parents, all they're trying to do is get their parents canceled.
Exactly. Yep. You try to fuck up the bag, and you don't realize that you're gonna need that bag one day. Now look at you. And not to mention, Dr. Dre already has to pay his wife $3 million a month. You know what I'm saying?
Light work.
Light work for him, something. So, but I'm like, I can't really feel bad for the daughter. I don't even know if he was ever with that daughter's mom, because that's the thing. Some of these celebrities, they be getting with these girls, just be wanting to keep these guys' kids, even though they have no relationship, no nothing. And their plan is to mooch off the father forever. But you didn't play the long haul game, because this daughter is 38 years old. He's only responsible if you're 18. What do you want me to do? You're a grown woman now.
20 years later.
Yeah, 20 years later, I had no real relationships with you or your mom. Your mother decided to have you as a money grab. You know what I'm saying? There's consequences.
She got the money the first 18 years.
Exactly.
That's what she wanted, was that 18 years.
That's what your mom wanted.
So
your job should have been to get a relationship with me. If I wanted, it's one of those manipulative things. You know what I'm saying? He never wanted you. Obviously, he was never with your mom. You really should just be mad at your mom. But either way, you're 38, you ain't got no one else to be mad at.
Yeah, but no one's ever gonna blame the mom. No one blames the mom for their fuck ups. They always blame the dad.
It's a crazy thing. There we go.
Gray's
Gray. Well, he connected to the phone, Gray?
He probably connected on the iPad. His audio is connecting now. Gray, you on the iPad?
So what?
You on the
iPad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. Let's get into the next absurdity, which is the big one this week. Another big one is the baby. The baby goes off, after performing that Rolling Loud. He goes on a little antic, tells people, if you he said, shout out to the motherfuckers who ain't got no HIV, they ain't got nothing that's gonna kill them in like 2 or 3 days. Put your hands up. I'm saying if you
pussy clean.
If your pussy clean, smell
if
like
your
water,
pussy smell like water,
put your hands up. Fellas, if you ain't in the parking lot sucking dick, put your hands up. Because a lot of some of these things on some suspect shit. And automatically they called it
homophobic.
A homophobic rant, and this, that, and third. It's kind of wild, you know what I'm saying? And automatically.
Hold on, so they call it a homophobic rant, right? Mm-hmm. But isn't there a length? There should be a length for rants. If you do one comment about it, that's not a rant. That's just a statement.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Here's my issue. There's 2 issues, because the baby, when they're trying to cancel him, the baby could have just been quiet and went and let it go away. But he played into the stuff, bad boy stuff. He did play into it. So next thing you know, another festival cancels him. Then another festival. He's been canceled like 6 festivals so far. So, of course,
he's lost endorsement deals.
He's lost endorsement deals.
He had a clothing line that collabed with him. They canceled the line.
He said, my bad, to all the HIV people that insulted my gay folks. I ain't tripping on y'all. I got plenty of gay fans. I ain't got no issue. But that wasn't good enough for people, because you can't say my bad to my HIV people, my gay fans. I wasn't tripping on y'all. It wasn't really an insult to y'all, because a lot of the gay people are the HIV people. And if they felt insulted, they don't like your haphazardly insult. They're gonna say, no, don't take your feet off the button. Keep making that nigga pay. And
So I'm saying what I don't think there's an apology suffice enough for these people anyway.
Exactly.
Nowadays.
If you learn from Kevin Hart, you just put out, either you stay quiet, say my bad, and just fall back, but never apologize twice. Right. Never apologize. You might want to be like Trump and don't apologize ever. But if you do apologize, definitely don't do it twice. It's almost like the second apology eliminates the first one.
Right, because Kevin Hart came out and apologized, and then the Grammys wanted him to apologize on their stage. And he was like, fuck that. I already apologized. I'm not going to apologize again on your stage.
And then he apologized and they still took the Grammys and stuff, remember?
Yeah. So
because he apologized twice. You never apologize twice. Never apologize. Don't even say you're not going to apologize. Just, just keep quiet. But look, it's not that big of a deal. Andrew Schultz made a great point. He's like, listen, you lie about anything. You selling dope, cops pull you over, you selling dope. No, I don't sell dope. You do whatever you got to do to secure the bag. So if you said something wild, they said, did you mean that? Like, no, I didn't mean that, man. I'm sorry. Do whatever you got to do to secure the bag. This is not the hill for you to die on. Because if you didn't really mean it as a homophobic rant, this, that, and third, it was just something you said, then just say another shit to cover and keep it moving. You get the bag. You know what I'm saying? And I give them that part, but we are in a situation of where we already can see we're being censored in hip hop in certain people. There's only certain groups you cannot talk about in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? For the longest, it's already been, we're anti-Semitic. If you say anything that's anti-Jewish, these motherfuckers will come out and when you're underground, you get away. When you're major, you ain't no such thing. Don't think there's censorship in hip hop. No major artists. These niggas will say crackers, they'll say niggas, they'll say anything, but they ain't saying nothing against Jews. You know what I'm saying? And that could be because the label heads, a lot of them are Jewish, a lot of record owners, you know what I'm saying? But not to make it seem like there's a lot of power because of that. Just saying, Jewish people have a lot of power, in a sense, they call that anti-Semitic, which is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think the only rapper that successfully came back from saying anything Jewish was Ice Cube. And that was the early 90s before.
That was the early 90s, yeah. They tried to ban them then too. That's what I'm telling you.
He was like, I didn't say nothing negative. I just said what the person was that was robbing us. He was Jewish. Man, why are you mad?
They kicked out one of the members.
I don't think he ever apologized. Yeah. He never apologized. He just said, I didn't say nothing against the Jewish community. I just said the person that was robbing us was Jewish. Listen, that's not against the Jewish community. Listen, that's just painting a big picture of who was robbing us.
Public Enemy, the group that started woke rap. One of the members went on Professor Griff went on a wild anti-Semitic thing, talking about these Jewish people are the one running the world. The group kicked that nigga out the group. These niggas that ain't Jew got the nigga out the group. So because they already know, hey man, he gotta go, the whole team go. So you know how it goes. I ain't mad at the people that's in power, letting you know that, listen, we set the parameters, this is the power. If there was ever any, let y'all know who's in charge now of, let's say, hip hop, and let y'all know right now, that whole openly homophobic stuff, you can say that on your low, say that on your cup, but that openly, that's why we know a lot of these.
Yeah, that was before the 2000s.
Yeah, we already know a lot of these rappers are homophobic, but saying it openly, all these rappers are back like, I'm cool, man. Everybody's on their own. They're not. We already know these niggas that judge you for snitching. These niggas that judge you for what dressing weird, but they all of a sudden they're all open-minded.
They're not gonna judge you for sucking dick in the park.
Exactly. They're not gonna judge. Like, come on. But we know what they're saying, the parameters of what it is. Hip hop is turning. I seen one with that one guy, that one Canadian guy that speaks on male masculinity and all that. He was saying just like how Hollywood changed. They got tired of seeing the masculine male, this, that. They started rewarding the guy that gets stepped on and the quiet guy, the neutral guy, you know what I'm saying? That guy kind of became the fixture of masculinity. They got tired of the old school guy being the head, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got more of the John Bateman's or what's the nigga from the 40-year-old virgin. You already can see all these.
You got a bunch of
a lot of softer cut men became the main men. You know what I'm saying? That those be the big. They already seen that, but I can understand that because in Hollywood, just like most of merchandising, which is a good shout out to Kevin Samuels. He said he comes from the world of advertising. the biggest consumers out there are women. And since they're spending all the money, you want to do stuff that's not going to offend them and get them to spend the most money. You're not going to go and back someone that's going to say something that's a little too wild that you're going to have to retract and what's name. So you're going to go with the safer option, the softer option every time because they're the breadwinners. But that made me realize more than anything, this baby thing with the cancellations world made me realize like men do really need to cultivate. I was like, if not men, definitely for us, at least in this podcast, we definitely gotta. I'm cool with having a podcast that's majority male fans. Because when you have majority women, you have to lie on these airways. You have to be worried about censorship. You have to worry about how they feel. You have to walk shit back. When your group is majority men, look at Joe Rogan. He can invite people on there. They say wild shit. He's not taking nothing back. You're like, listen, this is just my opinion, and we cool with it. You don't have to like everything Joe Rogan says. He's a white guy. Of course, he's gonna protect his interests as a white guy. But some weeks he has a black guy on there that's woke. Some weeks he has a white guy that's on a racist. Some weeks he has a transfer. You know what I'm saying? He gets to present all sides. But when your majority of fan base is women, you're always gonna play it safer. You're not gonna allow the person that shakes apart the two sides of that. There's a reason why you won't see Kevin Samuels on, say, The View or The Talk or The Breakfast Club. You see what they allow all over there. Why is he not over there? There's a reason. Because they don't want to shake the base.
Yeah, DJ Envy already ruined that shit.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a reason. Why is he over there on Vlad? Vlad's majority of his audience are male. When your audience is male, they're not acting off emotion, you can bring anyone in there. See, Joe Rogan can bring Candace Owens on there, and he's over there running Candace Owens down, killing her in conversation. Because she's over here, there's some stuff they agree on and they're going against trans, but when she's over here talking about climate change is a myth, he's running ass down like, nah, that shit don't work. He's making her look stupid. But he ain't got no problem. There's some stuff they agree on, there's some stuff they disagree on. But these other places, man, they ain't bringing nobody to disagree on the air. And when they do, they don't know enough. It's like that black Republican lady when she went on the Breakfast Club and fucking ran their asses to the ground. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do remember that.
The one that was in, I think she was in Georgia when she went on the Breakfast Club and she basically ate all of them.
But the thing is, a lot of people are like really informed. Like, yeah, they could side with Democrat, but they're not informed, on.
It don't even matter.
Or the subject. It matters, yeah. When you're not informed, you can't really hold a debate.
It matters you're informed because when you're trying to be favored, it's like Mark Hill, super smart guy. He's a college professor. He went on set with Candace Owens, and he thinks he's gonna beat her in conversations. So she asked him, "Are trans women?" He's like, "Yeah, man, she shred that motherfucker ass up, bro. Shred him up." I'm like, "Bro, you're a college professor. You're a debate."
Yeah, that don't mean anything.
I'm saying,
everybody have their specialty. Yeah.
But I'm saying this is his specialty because he's pandering. He can't stand by it. See, there's some stuff that you're standing on.
Exactly. That's like his space is really like.
That's what I'm saying. There's some stuff you're standing on in feelings. You don't really have a specialty.
You remember when Charlemagne took a picture with Tommy Lorraine?
Exactly. Yeah.
And they wanted him kicked off the show.
Yep.
For taking a picture with somebody that they don't agree with.
Exactly. And remember Trevor Noah, and I'm saying was the reason because Trevor Noah, you were saying like their fan base. When you can do a bit more when you have a fan base that's majority male, like he did because it's a Daily Show. When you have that majority women fan base, niggas start folding. There's a reason you see a flag behind a rainbow flag behind everyone in the Breakfast Club, even though none of the hosts are gay. You have plenty of people there. Yeah. Why is the flag just sitting there? It doesn't move. It doesn't go. It just sits there behind the back of them at all times.
Yeah.
What is that? That makes no sense.
Yeah, behind Charlemagne. Yeah.
It's marketing.
Yeah, it's marketing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a wild thing. There's a reason why, like you can see, Charlemagne used to be as fragrant as he wants to anyone. For the longest, he said he was saying the F word. He's not saying, you already know, he ain't saying nothing against the Jews. He's not saying nothing against gays. And he was early on saying that women are up next. I remember him saying that almost a year and a half left early. And people were like, nah. He's like, bro, women are the future. I'm telling you. Charlemagne called it. And that's why he started cleaning up his image almost a year and a half early. Even though every time he tried to leak, they try to bring back the rape shit on him. But that's why I can tell you, none of this shit is by coincidence. I don't know if there's meetings. I don't know if people get together and say, hey, this is what we're going to do next. I don't know how they plan it. But he was able to call it early. But some people just say, like Andrew Schultz say, fuck it, we're going to lean into the fragrance. We're going to do what we do, cultivate our fan base so they can't cancel us. But unless you have that, bro, you really don't have freedom. I guess if you don't mind, if you get in the bread and you don't mind smiling and doing whatever you want, like, all right, we're not going to rattle any cages when we get in the bread. But if you
don't
really want
mind
to be
being part of the get along,
go along, get along gang and getting the bread. And the problem, this is the hill you feel like dying on them by all means. But you'll notice everyone, I'm talking about everyone, is part of the get along, get along. Who was it? Ricky Smiley, who was the only one that kind of went against it. And they kind of tore him down once, and they're like, listen, I ain't with all that stuff. I'm old school. But luckily he's part of old school. But as you can see, they don't really try to promote Ricky Smiley as they used to. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Because they'd rather do like a Steve Harvey or anything. Motherfuckers that's pandering, they're gonna promote you. It is a wild thing to see. I was like, even if it's for the other side, to me, it is kind of crazy. It makes me realize that men in general, like we done lost Gray again.
We done lost Gray again.
Yeah. Men in general, but especially black men, need spaces that they control and they run. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's black gay men. Because black gay men don't get to go on TV and call out these white racist gay men. They act like gays are in one unit, one front. When we know they get discriminated on against, we know happens. You know what I'm saying? We don't hear the other side.
Stephen told us.
Exactly.
Even Stephen told us there's racism inside the gay community. It's just not spoken about.
Exactly.
The cause is bigger than the racism that they're enduring.
Yeah, which is crazy, but
ridiculous to me. But if Greg keep falling off the podcast, we're gonna have to call him Luch.
Luch or Jim Jones, they fell off the stage. But it made me realize that men definitely need a space that we run. Now that and you know, I'm the last. I don't be on that boo-hoo men shit, man. You know, I already feel these niggas is beta male half the time when they complain about men don't, men that. But to me, from a marketing standpoint, just from a business standpoint, me realize like, damn, bro, if you don't want the whole shit you worked on coming down on you, you gotta have some shit that you own, and this got to be backed by a certain group of people that's cool with you owning it.
Greg, you gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, he catch that.
We're gonna start calling you Jim Jones. You keep falling off the pod.
Man.
Yeah, what do you think about it, Greg?
What do you think about it, Jimmy?
I missed it.
I was saying that men definitely they're gonna need their own space, bro.
Of course, yeah, I've been saying that. Yeah, you need their own platform, like from the foundation up, not just something on YouTube, not just something on Facebook, on Instagram. Like I'm talking about the whole platform.
It makes me realize that even like LeBron showed the shop, these niggas ain't keeping it real.
Who?
They can't keep it real because they know
LeBron's
the shop. The who?
LeBron's the shop.
The shop. It's not like guys in the shop talk, because niggas in the shop be real homophobic or real problematic. It's like,
misogynistic, all types of shit.
On the shop, you got Kevin Hart. You got on the shop, you got Kevin Hart talking about, you what? So what? So what? He's gay. What's the big? Remember this and that when Lil Nas came out of it? Like, he's gay,
in the barbershop, if you say that, niggas would be like, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Like,
nigga, you're not getting your hair cut today.
and even as problematic as that is, at least it's real. This facade of acting like it don't exist, or trying to get people to forget or pretend, it's this
is whole pretending culture. Like it
is fake, and I'm glad
fake culture is pretending. Yeah,
I'm glad
listen, this is so misogynistic, right? when the guys on the shop bring in a woman like who they had on Jamel Hill. Niggas ain't talking to the girls in the shop.
Yeah,
niggas looking at her ass like, why you sitting in this seat? You supposed to be walking up, picking up your kid, and we supposed to look at your ass and talk about your ass. We supposed to be hitting on you. You're not talking in the shop talk.
Yeah, it's not common. Yeah, you definitely have a woman in the shop. That ain't happening. It is like I said, it is odd. There's no male spaces like that. If they are, they have to conform or be polite, or that's the only thing to me. And that's not pandering for Baby or anything. Like I said, Baby should have been apologized, because like you said, this isn't the hill worth dying on.
Yeah, just apologize and keep it
moving. That whole doubling down, you fucking up your own bread. This isn't the hill worth dying on. You done killed niggas before. You know what I'm saying? They have no, he was like, this, what is this? This is nothing. For you to say, nah, yeah, you got it. This ain't the worst fucking of the bag that you getting. Another thing I hate about the baby is all these celebrities coming out and giving their statement. I'm shocked. This is the guy. No, nigga, you don't know him. He just did a feature.
Yeah, they shocked.
Yeah, you don't know. You
know how
I
got here.
How white American.
Like we wasn't in the studio together hanging out. Bitch, you sent me the track. I jumped on the track. I sent that shit back. We was fucking thousands of miles apart. We didn't fucking have no connection.
Yeah,
you came to get this hot verse, and I gave you a hot verse.
And you pay exactly. It's to me. It's you have Elton John. You have Madonna. I'll take it from Elton John because he's gay. A gay person, any gay person could speak on such thing if they felt insulted. But Madonna, who every hot thing she hops on, be it Drake to, I remember a couple years ago she got heat for fucking passing the Puerto Rican flag through her ass crack, dancing in a video. You know, this lady like 67 years old, still trying to be hip, still trying to be part of the times. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we don't need this from you, lady. You know what I'm saying? We don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? This is about everyone trying to hop on. I didn't even like the fact that Questlove hopped on it last minute. Because even by his saying, he was like, he doesn't really like to speak on stuff. He didn't speak on Bush. He didn't speak on Trump, because he thought that was gonna go away. But this is not like, this is the last straw. Motherfuckers talking about black folks, this thing, but something that you not. This is the last straw. This is the hill you die on. You know what I'm saying?
People just be capping, big cap.
Big cap, bro.
Big cap. I like that. Big cap. That's gonna be one of our new phrases. Big cap. Big cap.
And I like that the baby said he didn't even know who Questlove was. And people thought, you're in hip hop, you don't know Questlove. They're like, niggas don't have to know Questlove. Questlove is not the rapper in the Roots. At this point, Questlove is just a backup singer for Jimmy Kimmel. You know what I'm saying? New niggas just now knowing Questlove's partner because it's Fire Ass Funk Flex freestyle. But they're not getting on the young people ain't knowing who Questlove is. You know what I'm saying? The Roots got a job. They go to work, they do for Jimmy Kimmel, they do backup for anyone that's there.
All those folks that's talking about you don't know who Questlove is, like, can you recite me a Questlove verse?
Exactly. Artists don't know who Questlove is. Artists don't even know who Jimmy Kimmel is. Their PR tell me that's a good look. Because young people don't watch Jimmy Kimmel. If you go to a hospital as the channel happens to be stuck on and it's late night, he's playing at 12. You mean to tell me at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I'm turning on Jimmy Kimmel? What the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Don't make no sense. It's always a 45, 50-year-old old shit. That's for who that's for. And he has live performances. It's just a good look. And it's an old gatekeeper relic that's there. But young people don't gotta know who the fuck Jimmy Kimmel is. Why the fuck would they know who Questlove is? It's one of those things when you see guys like Questlove, Mark Lamont, a lot of these people that are old school Hollywood, even let's say like the Will Smith, they've been around the wealthy, woke white folks for so long. I'd say in a sense, they more rely or getting along with them in a sense more than they do the people in their own area, in a sense. You know what I mean?
Part of the get along.
I don't know if it's good. Maybe they're part of the good along. I like that. I'm not a big fan of your boy, but sometimes even a broken clock is right twice a day. You know what I'm saying? But they're part of that because these niggas, they want these niggas like a Will Smith or anything. They're not very pro Black Lives Matter. They always keep quiet. But let you say some shit about gays or anything like these niggas is coming on the. You know what I'm saying? It is kind of wild. It is kind of fucking wild. You don't want to be too problematic for some shit that's gonna affect your own people specifically, but now you want to come and say, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of virtue signaling that goes along with it.
I don't know what to say about it. That's like I'll say this. Yeah, it's like when it comes to like black issues, like this stay neutral, but like
exactly
when it comes to anything else, they want to bandwagon jump on. I guess it's more beneficial to like jump on for the other groups.
It's for PR. That's what I'm telling you. To me, it's for virtue signaling. Because even if there, what's all that horse? What's that?
Greg, get your horse off the podcast, bro. Nigga got a horse on his house. That's the dog sound like a horse, bro.
Listen, I would respect it if they were cool for just black gay rights, but they ain't fighting for black gay rights either.
Nah,
you know what? They're not fighting for black gay rights.
Pandering, bro.
But even like what's his name? Will Smith starting to look suspect now.
Nah, you already know that, man. Will's part of the Listen, it's one of those things that's how you can tell. Like I already told you, I might have to get off of Twitter, man, because I follow different people on Twitter. I try to follow people that are intellectual, people that got good tweets, that get shit funny, and I follow a lot of Black women, especially. And it made me realize that all Black Twitter really is Black women and gay.
It's just Black women with issues.
Black women,
Black women, yeah.
No, it's Black women and gay folks. Just that when they say Black Twitter, they're not talking about the Black male voice.
There's no men on there, yeah.
Because there's men on there, but if the male voice doesn't go,
straight men, yeah.
If the male's voice isn't going along what they say, he's problematic. This, that, and the third. So if you see Black Twitter, it's the viewpoints of Black women. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
And it's not all Black women, it's Black bitter women.
Yeah. And it's not even, I can say, even if they're not bitter, it's just Black women in general.
It's bitter.
It's single,
it's bitter.
Black bitter women.
Exactly. Be more specific. Let's get
it's not only that, because it's the consistency. Because it's not like Black Twitter is against Black men. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I can't say it's all that.
No married Black women's on there, saying all this bullshit, bro.
No, but listen what I'm saying. There's a Twitter for that. There is a Black men hating Twitter. There's that, but that's not the Black Twitter. Black Twitter in general is pro-Black, pro-LGBT. It's basically Black Lives Matter. But as you can see, Black Lives Matter in itself in this organization
funded by gays.
Exactly.
Because I see like some of the shit I see Black Twitter be going for. Like I'm like,
what do you mean? What are they going for? They're going for LGBT rights and Black female rights also, but they're also for
some of the issues that they be taking up on. Like
they go for dismasculating men.
Yeah.
They listen. Like I said,
and when you're Black, you're focusing on Blacks.
A married woman won't do that shit. Like
they be married. Listen, I'm just telling you for the majority. I'm not talking about the outliers. So it made me say, like, you know what? One thing I know that Twitter has done, I don't know if it's just Black Twitter, it made a lot of people lose critical thinking. A lot of people can't think outside the box. They need a group thing. Literally every day I'm getting canceled, or according to them, I'm being blocked by a Black lady on there because I said some shit that's somewhat problematic. I make a joke. Like I said, the only people that should have been mad at the baby's message is the people that are sucking cock in the parking lot, and people with AIDS. Other than that, he apologized to people with AIDS, and if you're sucking cock in the parking lot, you should have no issue.
You almost got canceled yourself.
She don't block. She like, you know what? You're muted. These motherfuckers will throw a grenade and just block you. You can't even reply back like Jesus.
They got a petition for you, Nate.
Listen, it might get there.
Yeah, take That's Absurd off of your bio, nigga.
Listen, I remember
because you too problematic out here. Take us off your bio, nigga.
I remember when I had a girl block me because I told her Kamala Harris wasn't gonna be president. Because the countering of Me Too, people's gonna swing the pivot the other way that much strong. And then she was like, "Oh, don't say." And I remember one time I was checking her. She was like, "The next person that brings up your boy, who was the one that pretended he was getting your boy that pretended he was getting noose."
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett, yeah. He pretended. I was like, listen. I was like, this ain't the hill to die on, man. Your boy literally sent gay people back. Oh, that's it. The lady really blocked me. So it is an echo chamber. It's people that only want to hear people that think like them. They don't want to hear nothing else, or they all want to gang up on the one person that thinks different than them. And you'll be surprised.
Yeah, so many people who agree with them. Yeah,
you'll be surprised. You see, I done seen Black women on there all day long. Black women are definitely caping for the gay folks because they feel like they're championing for them. But at the same time, it's to me, it's the fucking oddest thing in the world.
Yeah, I was like, they're gonna use it to insult you. Right?
They're gonna use it to insult you. It's the oddest thing in the world because the first thing they're gonna do is if you don't chime with the gay or anything like that, they're gonna call a straight guy gay. They're gonna say
exactly.
They don't.
That's the way to what's the word I'm looking for?
Emasculate?
No, not emasculate, but that's the way to discredit a straight man is to call him gay.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
It's like it's homophobic. It's very homophobic.
It's definitely homophobic.
It's insulting.
It's insulting to gay people, and gay people.
But gay people do it too. Oh, they definitely do it. Listen, one thing a gay person do. If you listen to what's his name? What's that one dude? What's that? Jesse Lee. What's his name? The one that got the show almost like it's almost just like like the same talk shows, one dude that got his own shit, Jesse, what's his name? The one thing gay folks do when they air, they're like, oh, and I know all these other rappers, they doing stuff too, but I ain't about to air them out. The one thing they love to do is say they have a secret on other rappers. It's an outing. It's a That's their rebuttal. It's gay as a weapon, and it's like it's an all-encompassing weapon. It's a I'm gay, you can't use it against me.
Yeah,
it's
like
if you try me, you must be gay. I'm gay. If you speak on it, then you're gay. It's an all-inclusive weapon. It's crazy to me because they do it. They're like, oh, it's a shit on because they insult. They say these rappers, they're like, I got these rappers that's on the low. They suck a dick. I'm like, air them niggas out then. Oh, but we don't want to air nobody out. That shit to me is crazy. I like that. Why would you air niggas out if you don't want to go through it? You know what I'm saying?
Gay is the Swiss Army knife of
it's the Swiss
It's the Swiss Army knife of life.
Yeah, that shit.
If you want to use it to benefit somebody, you can. If you want to use to harm somebody, you can.
Yeah.
If you want to use it to discredit somebody, if you want to give them credibility, all you have to do is throw in some gay somewhere. It's the Swiss Army knife.
Listen, I seen a black lady the other day. She had a baby on there dressed up. She said she's about to take him to the Pride Parade. She said you got to start them to show love early. And I was like, okay, I get that. I get what you said, but I don't know if a Pride Parade is a place where you want to take kids at or babies in general, because when did we separate the Pride Parade, the guys with the assless chaps and the biker shorts with the cocks out? Because that happens at Pride Parade. And for y'all to pretend that doesn't happen, like y'all they didn't never separate sexuality from the Pride Parade. The two and two go together. So how can you say kids could be there? Are we having parades that motherfuckers having dicks and cocks out?
I'm just saying, like, promoting gayness is like, all you're doing is promoting sexuality. Because it's a sexual preference. It's not.
It don't have to be though. You can promote gayness as in love. You can promote love without showing sex. You can show two guys hugging, two guys kissing. You can show two girls kissing. They don't have to be a sex act to it. But a Pride Parade shows sexual because they're having assless chaps out, they're having butt cheeks out, they're having sexual stuff out. That's no other parade does that, other than the slut walk. There's no other parade. There's no pride, and no one's stopping y'all from having sex. It's two different things.
Do you think somebody's gonna be bold enough to start a straight parade?
Oh, people have. They called it bigoted and they try to cancel it. Them white folks did. The thing is, I ain't trying to be on the side of these racist white folks. These white folks do be on that shit, talking about the straight parade and shit like that.
The heterosexual parade.
Listen, my thing is, I feel like my sisters are being led astray. Y'all over here promoting, pumping gay, what's the name, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with gay rights. But at the same time, promoting gay rights, what gay rights is promoting, well, one thing gay rights promotes, they don't promote safety. They don't promote precaution. They just make it sound like it's a big party, freedom and pride, right? That's it, just party. But we know that everything has consequences. Parties have consequences. They don't speak on the rampant HIV/AIDS numbers. They act like that's not a thing. And the matter of fact, what they do is they said, stop. What they said, Trump, basically they attack the disease. They said, stop trying to make the disease seem worse than it is. But we know who's paying the brunt of that. Who's getting the most cases of that? It's the ladies, right? It's the black ladies. The one that's caping for them are the ones that are getting the run of the action of it.
And they're the ones that's most upset about guys being on down low.
Exactly. And who's the one that's giving it to them? It's the down low guys. The same group that you're protecting is the one that's harming you. To me, it's kind of crazy. It's backwards. That's what I'm saying. That to me is back. I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? That to me is the most backward thing. Well, I understand you want to say inclusion, this, that, and third, but y'all need to promote pride and also stop promoting sexuality. The two can be separate. You know what I'm saying? The two can be separate. They act like that doesn't be. You see, there's apps that are on there like Grindr. Literally, there's guys that are. I just seen one the other day. They're talking about body counts. And the guy was talking about, you seen the two gay guys talking about, body count shouldn't matter. The guy's like, what if you have a different person every day? Like, and then so they're like, what do you mean? They're like 365 days. The lady was like that. That's impossible. The guy's like, no, it's not impossible. There's definitely people like that. Because they can literally have a different person every day. Mm-hmm. If you did in the other sex, you might have that barrier difference. But when it's two men are always gonna find other men. You got apps that you can link up and meet one time a day, get out your system. You know, you were saying the numbers. Is there that lifestyle? I'm not talking about regular hetero. I'm not talking about regular gay lifestyle. I'm talking about the people that's playing the field. The lifestyle is a little wild.
Now you have officially went on a gay rant.
Oh, I don't think it's a gay rant. Is that a gay rant? I'm on it for the time. It's not a gay rant. I'm on a separating pride.
The baby only said something about gay people in 15 seconds. You just went on a 15-minute gay rant.
Listen, I'm talking about sexuality and what's the name? Separating pride from sexuality. There's nothing wrong with gay folks getting married, hooking up, this, that, third. But this rampant acting like it's a free-fall sex party and then not covering the side effects from said sex party, not covering the crazy HIV and transmission numbers out there.
Because even Joel Santana used gay as a weapon in the versus battle. Remember when he said, "Do you guys even like girls?"
Yeah,
oh, I didn't hear that. They dropped the F bomb. They dropped that F bomb yesterday. No one noticed it.
They did.
Yeah, they dropped the F bomb. I didn't hear it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They end up saying, but like I said, it just depends on preference. It ain't like gay folks are tiptoeing being insulted by everything. I don't mind them being mad at the baby, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the women that are so diehard that are helping, because like I said, the baby could not be canceled without Black women. That's what y'all don't understand. Black Twitter is what sets the cancellation. Even gay folks, I don't think can cancel anything. They need the Black women because they set the mood. That's what's crazy. That's what I'm telling you.
So they're using them as a weapon.
Why you think Tory Lanez they be trying to cancel Tory Lanez? But Tory Lanez, a big part of Tory Lanez fan base is also Black women because he does a lot of female music, so they ain't been able to tear him down. Had Tory Lanez only do hard gangster music, they would have pulled this. Why do you think Boosie gets his Twitter, his Instagram always yanked? Because he has mainly men. You know what I'm saying? But Tory Lanez had a lot of women that like him. But Tory Lanez page can still stay alive. They're not ripping this page off. This nigga here is still wilding. He done shot somebody allegedly, but he's still alive. Boosie can't say nothing without them yanking his page down. You see what I'm saying? The Black women have a lot of power in the digital space. Not that they're getting paid for anything. People they just watch what they like.
It's like they have a lot of power, but they don't control it.
They have a lot of influence. Of course, they don't control it because
they don't have influence. They have influence. They don't control nothing.
Yeah, the women. Of course, corporate is just using their influence to sell them things that they like.
They get used.
They buy. They're getting used. But that's what I'm saying. But that's why you notice that they'll cancel a Black man like that. They'll cancel a man like that. Oh, yeah. Notice that what Black woman ever get canceled unless she says something critical of. They try to cancel Monique when she said for the blonde, and even that came 50-50.
Oh, speaking of which, lately it's a lot of what we call it, a lot of things has been going on between like white men and Black women. You had a lot of incidents that's been going on, and I haven't heard any Black women to come in and say anything about that.
Oh, they come in. Listen, on Twitter, some Black folks are just racist. Some Black folks, they just see you with white couple, they go on that bitch just going on, oh, I can't stand them. They're like, bro, they're not gonna allow, of course, they're not gonna allow that to trend. You know, you like accept the algorithm with the trend. They're gonna allow open racism, not towards white folks to trend. But let you take off on a nigga or some shit. That shit is trending.
That shit is, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Trending. There are plenty of Black folks that do that. There's plenty of Black women that ain't fucking white folks.
No, like, I'm saying like Black women, like the so-called
listen, I don't see Black women get mad.
Black women who's always bashing on Black men, straight Black men.
Yeah.
They haven't said anything about like these incidents that's been going on between white men and Black women. Just some of those.
Yeah, it goes under the. If you see the guy, they take his picture and then you get him fired. It goes under the guidance of that. If you see the Becky's, just in there. But okay. Here's what I'm saying.
That happened. Listen. This is an incident that happened between is this guy in fact down here in Florida in Charlotte. He purposely slept with like a whole bunch of Black women and gave them AIDS on purpose.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, HIV,
but I already told you when it comes to the disease.
No one's talking about that.
I told you when it comes to the disease, they said don't stigmatize it. So they don't. Let me tell you one thing. The Democrats have done already successfully is they gone to a whole bunch of states and they've made it. You know, in some states it used to be a felony if you suffer somebody.
Yeah, don't stigmatize them unless it's Black. Because when they're doing any billboard about disease, anything, guess whose face is on there?
Exactly.
The Black person's face is on there.
Exactly. But not only that, but they've went around and gone to states and made it where now it's no longer a felony if you sleep with somebody and not let them know you have HIV. Democrats are going around and decriminalizing all that stuff. They said when you make it a criminal act, you're stigmatizing the disease. I'm like, that's all good.
I'm going Republican, bro.
But that's all fine and dandy. But look who's getting hit by the disease.
That's it.
Look who's getting hit by the disease. Listen, Democrats had a guy that was literally drugging him. Yeah, the guy, white guy. a white guy,
Get
Ed
along with
Buck.
the races, man.
Ed Buck was drugging black men and having sex with them. He caught him not one but two bodies before they arrested him. He was having black men come around, get high off heroin and shit like that. He would I guess he tried to hit him with the cause, whatever. And sometimes they'd overdose, and then sometimes they'd die. He had like one case, one person overdosed, another case, person died. A couple years later, another person died. And now they finally charging him for his crime. They're trying to charge him with I don't know if they're charging him with murder, because to me, I bring someone over, we take some drugs, we both take drugs. I don't know why he's being charged with the person overdosing. Because they're charging him right now because they're overreacting. But we already know once the appeal comes, he's going to end up beating that. Motherfuckers come over, we do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Why is this an option? Because this is a lifestyle that also does not that's not spoken on. Rich white guys going around getting a couple of bucks, a couple of black gay guys that they can pay, knock them off, knock them down. And, you know what I'm saying? This is another thing they don't speak on. So people saying that, they're saying that our lives matter too. They're like, yeah, y'all the people that control the narratives. Y'all choose to not speak on this because y'all know society gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's a wild thing. It's a wild thing. It's not even that exposed. They don't want that it's like playing it both ways, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like if it's the same way that we know that hip hop has consequences. Niggas doing drill music, we know a couple bodies being caught to it. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if we acted like we were shocked that niggas were getting killed off certain music. Like, oh, I can't believe it. Did niggas actually kill this music? Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? We bring that up. But in this thing is they act like there's no side effect to this. It's all one way, all good, let's party, free for all. To me, that y'all need to change that. I'm cool with y'all promoting gay love. That's one thing. We're promoting this free for all, just everyone lifestyle. We already know that shit didn't work in the 70s when there was free love with those, even with the straights, there was a big STD epidemic back then. That whole free open shit, everyone jumping from partner to partner, there's consequences to that lifestyle. But you say it now, you're like a grunch, you're like an old timer, you're looking down, or then what is it gonna, oh, maybe you got something to hide. You know how it is. You can't even criticize shit anymore. And like I said, the who's being hurt by it the most, the very people protecting it.
Yep. Yeah.
That shit is crazy. Black women to me people are leading them astray. I don't know what's the long-term gain, long-term ramifications from it, how it's gonna work. It's just wild. How do we even get on this?
You know, you always go on a gay rant. We just let you rant.
Let me ride.
We let you. We gotta see it through. We gotta see it through. We gotta let you. We gotta let you grieve about your
like these gays don't believe what they did today. Hey, how about that email I sent you guys, a text message I sent you? I was shocked. You know, when I sent you guys the Twitter message of this black girl.
Are we gonna move from hip hop to pop culture? Because that's pop culture.
Let me see what else we have in hip hop. I don't know if it's anything, because this to me was such a shocking thing. Because y'all guys don't speak on it.
Let me see. We don't talk about the baby.
We spoke on Boosie in a sense. We spoke on Dr. Dre's daughter. 42 Doug's is the one. You seen that one when he was kissing his son? He licked on his neck, and people talking about they're gonna call CPS on him. And he went on a massive homophobic rant. Talking about y'all niggas see gay shit all the time. Y'all got no fucking problem. Y'all see me play my kid.
See, yeah, man.
He felt defensive. It was a weird lick of the neck, but I know it was in his innocence there. It's not like it's his son he's playing, but you ain't had a rebuttal on some wild gay shit. He stepped back. So what else we have? Oh, Black China trying to air out Tiger. That shit was wild.
I didn't even understand why are they still beefing? I thought she moved on from Tiger.
Yeah, but every now and then you gotta hit that nigga with a stray. He's about to drop a single. It started trending. Every summer you go get a single from Tiger, a banger.
Yeah. So her hang him out was saying that he likes transsexual. That's even saying he likes trans. So that's even using the gay shit as a weapon.
But she said, and I do too. They're like, yeah, it's good for you to say you do too. There's no downside for you. Of course you're gonna say you do. It's like it's the perfect way of being homophobic. And I'll say, but look, I happen to like it. So she don't get canceled. That shit to me is wild. Like, I was like, how you gonna do that to Tiger, dog? That shit is wild. I'm like, luckily, Tiger ain't paying no mind, and we'll see if it goes away. Let's see how this single works out for him. I think that's all we have in hip hop. You got anything else in hip hop?
Nah,
I got some. We're talking about. Let's see, Kanye West living in a stadium.
Yeah, Madison.
And
no, man,
Atlanta.
I think
Mercedes-Benz, right?
Mercedes in Atlanta.
Listen, man, Kanye. We forget Kanye when everybody forgot Kanye on the what is it, the slavery was a choice thing. Everyone's over that and forgot all about that. Look like he's trying to make some God music right now, which some of them sound like bangers from what I've been hearing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if he's gonna reinvent gospel music, I guess I'm here for it.
Did you guys listen to the listen party?
No, I didn't, but I see like little clips online, and
I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, from what I hear, everything sounds decent.
Yeah. The only thing I heard from it was that last verse they had with Jay-Z, and it was like Jay-Z and Kanye's back.
Yeah, I heard that one. Yep.
Kanye got rid of Kim and brought Jay-Z back, so the world is all good now.
Listen, man, Kim's a billionaire, Kanye's a billionaire. They're all good regardless. I don't mind. It'll work itself out. Kim's out here helping Black folks get out of jail, so it's an even trade-off. It all works out. But that's another person that they hate online, Black Twitter, man. They hate Kim, boy. They hate white. They hate the fact that white women get any shine for shit that, especially when they steal it from Black women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But Kim could be doing the nicest thing. Kim be like, Island freed 12 Black guys. Are like, so what, bitch? Y'all was always gonna they be on her fucking neck. I'm like, bro, I didn't say I don't like her, but this is a good deed. They ain't having it. Like, that shit be wild online, though.
What you got in hip hop, Greg?
Let's see. I got rapper Gunzo shot and killed. Got set up by
who's Gunzo or Dunzo?
Gunzo is like part of the Outlaws and shit. Tupac's group.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? I heard someone was speaking on it. They said what happened to him? How did he get shot? How did he get killed?
Well, he was set up by a girl. I guess
for a robbery.
He didn't want to deal with her anymore, so she I guess told some of the guys, some of her gang gang guys. So they came up on him, pull up on him, and shot him.
God damn, this was years after he was popular. He was out of his own town. He was in a different state.
Yeah.
Same women be the downfall.
It's wild. He had just done a Vlad interview not too long ago.
Yeah.
And
also, I think I got Wu-Tang Clans. They had a $2 million. They had an album.
Yeah, that album
that by this
the farmer,
the pharmacy executive.
Yeah, farmer. Martin Shkreli, yeah.
So I guess because he got caught into some scandal, so the government took that and sold it. Yeah, sold it for $2 million.
It don't matter. The fucking thing that sucks about the album, it does kind of shows how that's the fucked up part of capitalism. Them boys did a whole album, right? And they sold it to someone, and that person is not gonna. Martin Shkreli could have been let us hear the album, but he's treating it like a piece of fine art. You got to.
I don't even think he listened to it because the time he was at the Breakfast Club, he said he hasn't even listened to the album yet.
And now whoever got it now, they still haven't put it online. This shit is fucked up, though. Rich people, they're buying shit and they're not planning on letting it go online. I'm like, damn, because as soon as it's everywhere, it's gonna lose its value. They're like, now you gotta come to this house. This is a stunt. This is a Richmond stunt. Oh, you gotta come to my house. I got that unreleased Wu-Tang. And mind you, Wu-Tang can't even release the album. They sold them everything, so they can't even re-release that same album. Wow, that shit is wild, bro.
Whoever bought it need to put that shit. I'll put that shit on iTunes.
I don't know if they have the right to. If they do, that would be dope. If they do, then I'll get my money back. Yeah, put it online. But I don't know.
Say for instance, say I bought it. I'll just release the album as Melvo presents Wu-Tang's.
and then drop it that way.
Drop that shit on iTunes, get my money back and shit like that. But these niggas,
they made it an actual commodity because it's a thing that's nowhere else, and you got to come to their house to hear it. And that's it. And rich motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, rich people love hip hop, you know, so especially these new hedge fund young boys. So especially a lot of them, like you said, so whoever got it, they'll pay that $2 million to go over there and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. And like, damn, a $2 million album, and no one ever got to fucking hear it, though.
I'd fucking same way Kanye had a listening party at the stadium. I'll just go on a fucking tour with that.
Go on a tour, exactly. Get the money back, right? Go on. Yeah, it's crazy because if Wu-Tang could do that, I could see the Lox doing that. Any group that got like a huge following, they could pull that same stunt off, doing like an album and then selling it exclusively. I could see Mobb Deep before your boy passed pulling that off.
A
lot of them old school
could do it.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the old school groups could definitely pull it off. What else you got, Gray?
That's it. That's all I got for hip hop.
You got.
Right.
I see on your list you have Nelly breaks up with his longtime girlfriend for not wanting to get married.
Yeah. I did have that. Yeah,
she didn't want to get married.
Situation. Well, Nelly didn't want to get married, but I guess the girlfriend been bugging him. So I think she was with what she was
Floyd.
before.
She was with Floyd before him.
Yeah.
Miss Jackson. I know Floyd used to call her Miss Jackson.
Yeah, that's her name, something Jackson. Hold on, so she broke up with Nelly because Nelly didn't want to get married?
Well, Nelly broke up with her.
Because she didn't want to get married, or she wanted to get married?
No, because Nelly didn't want to get married. She wanted to get married, but Nelly didn't.
Well, that's a good reason. Stop wasting her time. She's so young. Go ahead and move on. Yeah. Nelly.
Protect the bag.
It's not protecting the bag. Life has a way of balancing itself out. Guys that are bachelors. At this point,
Nelly,
nah, what's going to happen is guys that are bachelors the whole life, they end up suckering that shit away to a young hottie when they get older. You know, you see, it's always a trade-off.
Yeah, she's just setting up the next young hot thing to get a bag.
The young hot thing gonna get that bag from that money that he worked hard for to go to his family is never gonna go to his family. The young hot thing's gonna be the one that's steal that bag from Nelly ass. Ready to go into that pop culture?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so pop culture this week, I'm passing along Twitter, you know, as I do, following different people. I follow a lot of intellectual Black dudes. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, you know, because I know they're in different spaces, you know, some of them be doctors and lawyers and financiers. So a lot of these guys be on that cape and tape, like we call it online, they be caping, you know, they're very pro everything, you know what I'm saying? Because as you should be, if you work in corporate America, what else are you going to be? You have no choice to conform.
Right, you got to keep that face gate.
You got to keep that face gate. Even online, you can't be a different nigga online. Because, you know, you act up online, they show your bosses. So all these niggas is online that are corporate, they're these new, you know what I'm saying? They're going to act accordingly. So I'm seeing a lot of, it's crazy because now I'm seeing a lot of blowback on these guys that are saying, you know, you seen these guys, I seen this one thing, like even Eight at the Table podcast, the guy's asking the lady, what do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Which to me is always a strange thing for a guy to ask a lady to begin with. Feel like, because I could hire.
What is it?
What is it? Why would you? What do you mean? What do you bring to? What does a guy need a girl to bring on the table? What does?
Well, she got a whole list of what he needs to bring to the table. So what should he?
Yeah, but that's always the woman, the provider.
Come on, he can't come on.
That's how life works. You guys want a reimagination of how life works. What would a guy need a woman to bring to the table other than love? What does he need from his woman? Because if not, what's he need? That nigga needs a roommate.
All he needs is love and cooperation.
That's it. But other than that nigga needs a roommate. If he's saying that he got someone that he said, what if I got someone that could pay for the house, that could pay for, he said, I could hire a nurse. He said, the guy said, I could hire a maid. I could hire a cleaner. I could hire someone to do all that stuff, cook, clean, all that stuff. What do you bring to the table? He like, other than sex, what do you bring to the table? I was like, what more do you need for a companionship? Is that nah? These guys are like, nah. I like, then what do you want? You guys want a roommate to me?
Because I watched the clip and he never said what he wants.
These niggas want a roommate. It was never meant in society for guys to ask girls what you bring to the table.
What do you mean?
How does the provider ask what do you bring to the table? Other than you living longer, she brings life. If you have kids, she could bring life. What more do you need from a girl? It's so weird to me that guys are now the ones asking this question. For girls to say, what do guys bring to the table? I can see that. And we can see that the Kevin Samuel thing saying that maybe some of y'all jumping too high because y'all shooting too far to the sky. There's that.
Funny, you know the thing is, you know why you didn't have to ask that back then? Because women really like they know their role. They know like, okay, like, you know, if I get with this guy, okay, I'm expected to know how to cook, clean, do all these other, you know, like stuff.
Yeah, but the woman said she'll do all that. The woman said she'll do all that, and the guy said I could hire a chef. I could hire. He said he could hire all her positions. I like, so then you don't need a woman then, right?
You did a good,
because the lady said she could be. She basically said I could be an old school woman, and he still wasn't. That wasn't a good enough answer for him.
These questions only come from men and women that didn't build together. Like,
exactly.
If you didn't meet somebody, like if you didn't meet somebody in your college times, when you get to like 30, 40, now you want them to bring something to the table instead of there was no table. We create a table.
Exactly. Even still, it doesn't make any sense to me for you to say, what do you bring to the table? Because if you're already a boss should know bosses don't get along with bosses. Niggas don't understand that. What do you do? You gonna bring a boss wants another boss? Y'all don't need each other.
Right.
One's supposed to complement the other piece. What does he say? What do you bring to the table? If you could hire everything else, then you're like, well, then you don't obviously you don't need a wife. These niggas need roommates. They want a different broad every night. They're like, just say you want that, but don't tell a girl when she wants to live. The same way, like a guy, that's why we say, okay, the same way we say by default, it don't matter the woman's financial achievements. I don't do nothing for a guy. We're like, we don't care if you make that we ain't trying to bag you if you make more money. It's the same concept. He's telling the girl, okay, she's saying the opposite of the money thing, and even that's a no to her.
Yeah, something's wrong with that nigga.
You see, that's crazy.
He up there. I ain't even gonna lie to you. When I saw him, and I saw how adamant he was about discrediting what women bring, I was like, I don't know if he likes women.
Because the lady gave the perfect answer. She said, I make this house a home. I like, and these the same woman that tell you, I ain't with this guy got to provide. You know that show, they wouldn't be going on it. But she gave the perfect answer. I was like, yeah. I was like, and then he was like, no, about you. But he was like, and then the other guy said, how about these women that don't want to cook, going to their life? Yeah, but then that's different. But if this girl gave that answer and your response is, you could hire all these positions out. I'm like, well, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's the case. Yeah,
that to me is a wild answer. Yeah, to me that
he just wants he wants a homeboy.
Exactly, a roommate. He wants a roommate, bro.
That guy's not a good representation of that what you bring to the table shit. Especially after they give you the perfect answer and you still rebuttaling against the perfect answer. You just don't want a woman in your life.
That's what I'm saying. So either way, we're getting a lot of folks online now. They're oddly enough, they're going after this guy now. I was like, how convenient y'all looking at this guy now when there's been 100 of videos of women asking what did the guys bring to the table. This and that. They're like, whoa, what was the woke guys?
Videos, you got songs, you got shows, you got.
I like, how come it never made it to the Black Twitter sphere when it was that? I like, y'all just jumping on these new niggas, but y'all didn't look at the whole line of these women out here saying they don't need guys. So I end up stumbling across a tweet from a woman. I'm gonna read it to you when she's talking about. It was crazy. I was just shocked, bro, the way the lady was talking. I sent it to you. She said male lawyers, most especially Black male lawyers, have the most egological, grandiose, delusional perception of themselves in the field of law that I cannot stomach internally. I don't know how female lawyers even marry male lawyers.
You want somebody on your level. That's what you guys always say. Are you guys frozen? Damn, it looks like my internet either froze or these guys are frozen. Shit.
There you.
Okay, it stopped on Juno's, so it should pick up on mine's. All right, so as they're saying these guys are insufferable, this, that, and the third. To me, it's crazy, bro. And then they want to say basically all men in corporate spheres, all white collar Black men, and it got from that point to a lady saying you should only, that's why I only date blue collars. And they talk about no, if he's high and he's managed.
Since when?
Listen, they said if they what they said if he's high and he's
blue collar. I know she's full of shit because like it's good.
It wasn't her. These are other girls piling. And
so maybe a guy with blue collar dress shirt. I guess that's what she means.
Listen, and it got to the point by the end of the thread, these women are just saying, just don't date black men, period. I'm like, this shit is wild. I never thought I'd stumble. It's crazy.
She said, "What? Just don't date black men." Period.
Yeah, it got to the point where they were just the consensus for these women was like, just don't date black men.
Okay, so then what are you gonna do?
It made me realize, as the black men, the same thing they accuse the black men of is what they're doing. They both want someone to control. Like they feel black men want some control. These women want some control. So they'll date the black professional, the white professional in that same space. So they can run them over, they can steamroll them. You get it? The same way. And that's the same way that they feel that the black men trying to do them. They don't want difference. They want the same shit, but they want to be in charge. That shit to me blew my mind. It's like, I like that. I don't know how long you're gonna be able to pull that off with other.
So that's why they're really pandering to trying to pander the white man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just weird, man. Yeah, but it ain't gonna work anyway. Either or.
Somebody, a black guy put on there. I have to keep reminding myself that, and this app is perfectly acceptable to insult black men. That shit blew my mind. I was like, damn. And I don't know where June was at. I don't know if his laptop died.
Yeah.
Well, I was just so shocked to even see that happen, though.
Yeah.
I was just, especially how you guys speak on it. I didn't think I would have just stumbled across something like that. I didn't think that. I'm thinking this is some Kevin Samuels black male hate shit. I was like, bro, this doesn't make no sense. You know, I ain't on that big boo-hoo black men feel bad for me some shit. But the fact that these women were lawyers,
it's a lot of bitterness, man.
But the fact that they were lawyers and the fact that they were professionals, these were nurses
they are bitter.
And lawyers and doctors. To me, I was like, bro, this shit is this is a sad state.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens. Like a lot of them, they prioritize school and then never date. What do you call that? Even if they date, they'll date like the crappiest of the crappy guy. And by the time they reach a certain age, then they figure, oh damn, I don't have anybody. They feel this. They start feeling the loneliness. Like you start feeling like a sense of like lack of purpose.
Oh man, that's
like
worse.
I'm putting in all these hours. I'm working for such and such corporate. Yeah, I maybe have some achievement, but I'm still not getting as much as I should get.
It's worse.
You feel like, damn, what am I doing this for?
The same girl posted a video.
You go home, you go sleep in your and that you go sleep. You go home and sleep by yourself every night.
Yeah,
most nights, I guess. Most nights, yeah.
It's
and,
worse.
You're just waking up, to do the same thing over and over again. And being a lawyer, I mean, you put in hours. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. The same girl went and posted a video talking about how she's perfectly fine, how society's making different. We're perfectly fine being alone, anything that we want to date. I like this is some of the saddest shit I've ever seen.
I gotta say it's BS.
It's some of the
saddest. If you gotta say it's BS. If you gotta go out your way to tell people you're fine being alone, nobody asks you. I mean,
exactly. But
nobody asks you. We don't care to know. Like really.
But what makes
that's not gonna change the world. It's not gonna change the color of the sky. The words not gonna turn any slower or faster.
What makes
it's just gonna be you. You're just gonna be gone. I mean,
what makes Twitter worse is there's guys in there talking about, oh, I don't understand, and you guys saying that these girls are gonna die alone. They're perfectly fine with it. Why y'all keep trying to put y'all? They said, why y'all guys keep trying to put off y'all fear of dying alone on us and there's guys telling them, yeah, these guys are wild. And there's so much guys that are caping for women on there. I don't know if they're simping because they're from the corporate world. They could be simping, but they've been around. It's almost like they're if you work in the modern corporate world of where you have to be around people, you can't judge people, you have to get on game.
Oh, I hate it.
After a while, you start actually You think it's that censorship that not speaking? These niggas were the first one. They were trying to cancel Baby as well. They were cool with it. They were saying, and they're acting like, oh, that's what that nigga get. I'm like, bro, where are you from? I understand what you said is wrong, but for y'all to be shocked that Baby would say this as if you don't go to, there's 1,000 homophobic niggas out there. How you gonna pretend that this is shocking? This is only shocking to people that don't know that. Even gay folks know that there's 1,000 homophobic. For y'all niggas to pretend like all these other niggas ain't homophobic is a bigger insult.
Yeah, everybody want to pretend. Everybody want to pretend.
Yeah, but they got so much guys on that online caping for them or that stuff. And I don't know if these niggas, it's just a way these niggas trying to get in the box. You know, some niggas have no problem.
Yeah, they're trying to
what it is. Yeah. But to me, there's so much in them as well.
It ain't gonna happen for me.
Maybe it's crazy.
It ain't.
It's a crazy thing. The only thing I was like, man, I'm glad I'm not in the.
They're the guys who get rejected, no matter what they do.
I'd be like, man, I'm glad I'm not in the corporate space, man, where I gotta kiss no ass, ain't gotta conform,
fuck that, bro. I hate
ain't gotta do none of this shit. Cause these niggas here, I hate it. And it made me realize
they gotta screw each other over, like
exactly
each other, all that shit. I hate that shit.
It made me realize where you get someone like a Donald Trump. When you have so much money, you don't have to kiss no ass, you don't have to follow. You get to act however you want to act.
Yeah.
And some people have a problem with it, but he don't care because he don't got to conform for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying, and you already know I was a big Trump fan, but I could see how does that liberation happens when you don't have to fold for anybody.
Yeah.
That shit is.
It's a different level. It's a different level.
It's a different level.
Anything like him.
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason. It's like someone said, there's a saying, person said, give me 20 million or give me 10 million, I'd say how I really feel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, someone say once they have that certain number, they get to talk how they want to talk. But money is weird in that way that sometimes money ends up enslaving you. That you had
it's how you get it. It's how you get your money.
Exactly. Because sometimes you have so much money that now it enslaves you. Now you don't get to really say how you want because you fear it's gonna cut off the pipe. We haven't seen money done change Howard Stern. Howard Stern's a wild boy. As he got more money, he got to clean it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like a lot of our rappers and celebrities, we're like, they're making a lot of money, but you also got to see how they're spending their money too.
Exactly.
Those gold chains really keeping you enslaved for real.
Exactly. That's
and there's like big expenses, like bragging about all that stuff. Because like, how do you really like get all that money, make all that money, 10, 20 million a year, and you live like a certain lifestyle where like you're good for the
forever
rest of your life and have something for your generation.
Yep.
You'd be able to talk like that too.
Yep. But
but when you're really spending almost just as much as you make, you got to keep up with it. You can only say so much.
And that fear of keeping up, that shit is crazy. That fear of keeping up got these niggas, got them folding or this. It's just to me, they're telling these girls they right, or if they're not telling them they right, they're not. I sent some of these guys the same thing. I'm like, bro, you see this thread? They don't have nothing to say, but let it be a thread. A guy says something wild. These niggas is subtweeting saying how these guys are assholes. Is that to me it's shocking. I like, bro. So is this only one way? Or y'all niggas? Because literally it was everyone against the Baby pylon. I was like, I get it, but y'all guys doing a little much, bro. Niggas have been homophobic from the beginning of time. For y'all to pretend like this ain't been happening, for y'all to get on the high horse and cracking jokes and calling this guy the biggest dummy ever. I like, there's 100 biggest dummy ever. How about the niggas that are rich and still shooting at each other? Are they not the biggest dummy ever? How about, you know what I'm saying? These niggas cheat themselves out of wealth all the time. Y'all not calling them the biggest dummy. How does this dude doing a homophobic rant make him the biggest dummy? There's 100 cases of big dummies.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How does this somehow register to the top of your biggest dummy list? These niggas is blowing checks. These niggas is going bankrupt. These niggas having to go to Love and Hip Hop the second their career stop making music, but they're not the biggest dummy then. So to me, it's just crazy. I see what's happening is social media is reinforcing a lot of these people's views. They already have a strange view, and because social media reinforce it, they think that's how the world works.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They think that's how the world works. That shit is wild. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. We live in this fake, pretend and fake and.
You said, yeah, it's a lot of faking. A lot of That shit is wild. Is there anything else on that one you want to do on pop culture? I mean, I'm ready. I'm done with that one on top pop culture. We got another.
No pop culture.
I got more
pop culture. Out of the show General Hospitals. Got this actor Jay Pickett. He died on the set.
How you die?
Yeah, died from heart attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right in the middle of a shooting. Yeah.
Shit,
heart attack and passed away. Yeah.
I wonder, are they gonna have enough to keep the scenes or keep it going? What are they gonna do?
Don't know.
Off?
Yeah, they didn't say nothing about that.
We have another thing in pop culture is your boy Matt Damon. You know, using social media like he said, he goes off and tells how his daughter got him to stop using the F word faggot because you know she explained it to him how it's homophobic. But you know, him being from Boston, you know, them niggas, they're wildly racist and homophobic there. So that's normal to me. But social media trying to cancel him for him not even saying the word, for him saying how his daughter
just explaining something. Yeah, it's like you might as well keep stuff to yourself, man.
Exactly. That's what made me realize. So like, if you gonna get this money, you might as well keep quiet. Bro. Exactly. It's like when Liam Neeson said that a long time ago. He was explaining, he was playing a character who went like on a murderous rage or just hated someone and then slowly ended up loving. He was like, he remembers, he could relate to that because he remembers a long time ago when his friend had got raped by a black guy, and for a while he was just looking around, he was just thinking if any black guy want to whoop their ass, but he ended up getting out of that. And just him telling the story, niggas try to cancel him. That's why he's like, you just gotta sometimes keep some shit to yourself because niggas is canceling you just on possibilities online, bro.
For real, yeah.
How long I've been gone for, bro?
About 10 minutes. I'm recording on my end. Did your thing save the recording at least?
It looked like it's saving it. It's converting it now, so we good.
Okay. We just was saying on we were finishing up on the fact that I came to the conclusion that online is basically handicapping these women. It's making them because you're only seeing people that think like you.
Yeah.
And preach like you.
It's so secluded, yeah.
It's so secluded. And then you got a lot of men on there that are almost they're
pandering,
they're caping and pandering too. In that essence, like a lot of these,
hoping that they can get in.
Like a lot of these, listen, a lot of these corporate guys, doctors, lawyers, and all that,
they can't get asked.
Even if they can, because they're high-end doctors, but they're all gonna be part of the go along, get along game because they're part of corporate world. They're corporate world even when they're offline. They can't be
and
toxic.
They pander.
Exactly.
They pander to get laid too.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that going along. I'm like, that shit is kind of mind blowing. I'm like, bro, you got your own money, well, you ain't got to do this. But these niggas it's wild. It's wild.
Well, how long do you have it? You don't have it, long enough where they
don't have it long enough to not for them to really say how they really feel online. That's what it is. It's a lot of pandering. I'm like, I might have to get off of Twitter altogether, dog. Because that shit is like, it's like a cuck fest, dog. That shit is soft niggas and women. It's only women's only perspective. That's the only good thing about it. It's cool. I ain't got no problem.
But Nate, we've been trying to tell you this since for the past few months.
That now. Yeah,
you've been arguing us down.
I am.
Kevin.
That's respectful. Kevin. There's nothing wrong with that. That's being respectful. It's being a critical thinker, John. I'm just shocked that when these niggas, I'm sending these same link to these guys online, and then I have no rebuttal. These niggas got a rebuttal for everything. I like, bro, this girl's out here saying don't date black men. You ain't gonna get on their ass. They ain't got time for that.
And he has a black man, agrees. Yeah, I agree.
They're not even agreeing. They're just being quiet. They ain't got time for that. But they got time to diss the baby because he's out here. They got time to do the baby posts all day long. Bro, there's a woman actively insulting us on here. You ain't got time to.
Yeah, but it's like
tweet off.
Most women that say that either like they're not getting approached, or they're not, or they're just dating the dusties.
The only thing that shocked me about that is all those women in that thread were doctors, lawyers. They were all high-end professional women.
Yeah, they were all professional women.
And they were over 30. Yeah, they were over 30.
I'm not sure. Maybe, most likely because it's going to take time. But the fact that they went from complaining about regular lawyers to talking about all white collar black men to blue collar black men to just saying don't date black men, period. I'm like, what? That shit blew my mind. That shit blew my
thing
mind.
Is, if that nigga has a job, he ain't shit.
He ain't, because if that nigga got a job, he thinks he's too good. They used to. So to me, I was like, so you're either gonna have to date down or date outside of your race altogether.
But they don't want to date down.
They don't want to date down, but they want that nigga to be humble. They don't want that nigga to know he's a shit, but they want us to know that. I like that shit to me blowing around. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with you knowing you the shit, but you don't want that nigga to know he's the shit.
Yeah, because like when I first heard that, that's what I'm thinking is about suit. Like I'm like, okay, like you got a guy who's making over 6 figures, per year. Of course, he's gonna feel himself. Of course, he's gonna, like feel some type of way. He's in the
he's in the top 10%.
Yeah. But for them to say that black men are insufferable,
it's not really black. It's all men. Period.
Listen, if black men are insufferable when they get to the top 10%, white men got to be on that shit on autopilot because they're always on that shit. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna put that on black? You know what I'm saying? Because that's them by default, right?
You gotta look at the women that are saying this. These are the women that the other race don't want to date them.
Yeah, they're. I don't know if they don't want to date them. To me, they seem they want the same thing that they accuse the black men of. They want to be able to control.
Well, they don't
spouse. because that's why they're trying to. That's why they're cool with dating. That's why they're cool with dating other races that are in high end. But then other races they can't date
other races.
Exactly.
Other races don't deal with them for that long.
Exactly.
They'll have a 3-month relationship, 6-month relationship. But they're not gonna get nothing long term.
Bro, these girls
other races.
These girls are dating guys from big tech and Silicon Valley. They're dating white collar doctors and lawyers. Any black guy from any higher profession. I'm talking about top tip. Like, these guys are insufferable. I like then you could either date a nigga from the block or you could date, at the end of the thread. It was about someone came to the conclusion talking about just don't date niggas. Like this shit is wild. That shit blew on. Of course, you have black men going on there just checking these girls. Talking about some black men were not having it. Some niggas see that thread and was going ham on these girls. But to me, it was just crazy to me that I'm like, bruh. And then, like I said, she posted the other tweet that just, even though we're double talking about how she said they're perfectly cool being alone. And I was like, that shit to me is some sad shit. That shit is sad to me. That I was like, that you have to resort to talking about being alone.
Yeah, be alone, but being alone, you don't have to slander black men, all the black men. Just be alone.
Listen, don't nobody want to be alone. Don't nobody want to be alone. Don't try to normalize this alone shit.
But when they say that,
motherfuckers ain't got no choice.
They're not getting pushed by other races of men.
Exactly.
That's why they say that.
You ain't got no choice to be alone.
If you're getting pushed by other races of men, if you had really had those options, you wouldn't worry about being alone.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
You would have been good.
Yeah, well, I think there's an internet outage in the Bronx.
Yeah, down here too. I think what's the name doing day maintenance or whatever.
That's why we need to get onto this shit before 2:00, Nate. So we don't run into maintenance issues.
Oh, their maintenance. Y'all enter at the same time in New York?
I guess so, because it looks like everything is down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sometime at night they do maintenance, whatever. That's when you get like all the websites they do the maintenance at night.
That is true.
Stuff.
What else we got in pop
culture? So even Zoom probably doing maintenance right now. What I got? Let me see. Another thing I got is your girl Lizzo. Yeah, she's been getting trolled. This somebody said. Well, people are saying that like
she killed somebody at a show.
Dive into the
dive
into the
stage dive.
Yeah, and she made like a little meme of
it. Ended up killing somebody.
And she made like a little skit of it. That shit was funny. I'm cool with. I don't mind people playing into the funny. That shit is dope. That's how you handle it.
But did she really stage dive?
No, she made a meme of her jumping
on
her bed.
She said she never stage dived.
She I know I'm big.
Also proved that she said. Yeah, she said I know I'm big, but I'm not that big. And she video herself.
She jumped on the bed. That shit's hilarious. I ain't nothing wrong with playing into it.
Oh man.
Listen, man. So, what else?
Yeah.
People always thought that Lizzo's an industry plant. So that's what they used to accuse her of. I hear people accusing of Meg Thee Stallion as an industry plant.
I don't know. They haven't nothing on her yet. They're trying to put that what you call that? Say she look like a man image, or whatever.
I've heard that. You know, Meg Thee Stallion just is the first rapper to get the Sports Illustrated model, the model cover, the first rapper to get the cover, the first female rapper to get the cover. I don't know if any rappers ever had.
She's the first non-athlete.
Yeah. No, because they usually give it to models.
Sports Illustrated, it's usually it's usually athletes.
No, but sometimes
female athletes.
No, but sometimes they'll put other models in front of there because I remember the one football. There was supermodels. They'll have them on the cover.
If Halle Berry hasn't been on the Sports Illustrated, they don't put non-athletes other than athletes, bro. I thought it was only athletes.
All I know for sure, she's the first female rapper, but on the same week, they also put the first trans woman. So, you know, they ain't like Meg.
Yeah, they had to smear that in there.
Yeah, they had to slip that in there. But like, all right, you know, black women, y'all like to fuck with them anyway. So let's give y'all a double header. Give y'all Meg, give y'all trans. You know, that win-win.
Who else was on there? Somebody else was on there.
I'm not sure. It kind of sucks each of them didn't get their own.
I know Naomi Osaka was on there, right?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she was on there.
What else do we have?
That's what I got for pop culture.
I got Rihanna. Rihanna becomes a billionaire. She's officially a billionaire now, the highest paid musician.
What's up?
Rihanna's never making that. She's never making an album.
Yeah. Not only is she never making that album
anymore.
Not only is that album never coming out, but if ASAP don't seal the deal and get a baby in there, he's really gonna take the L out here, bro. He's really gonna take the L out here.
He needs to. He needs to. We need to see that. We ain't seen that yet.
Because I'm pretty sure I know she has baby fever by now.
I don't know. Yeah. Man. When you're a billionaire, you don't suffer the typical shit of regular people. But her money's on autopilot. To me, she literally could go make the album or go do whatever else she wants to do.
I mean, it's not
because most of her money's come from her clothing line.
Slaving in the studio is not something people want to do.
It's not, but if it's your you love singing music, you get your best writers in, you sing it after it. It is fucking dope. But I guess maybe once you have enough money, you're like, I ain't gotta do this shit no more, man.
Might have a ghostwriter.
She don't write her own music. She's always a singer. She brings in all she do is sing, but she don't even feel like singing, I guess, anymore. Too much money.
Yeah. She went from that to $1 billion, not dropping a single song.
You know, because she was a younger, like I said, because of the right management with Rock Nation, this, that, and third, part of the right thing. She got that crazy following when she started selling makeup, all this other stuff. She ended up becoming, like I said, so rich. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's not like they can reinvent another Rihanna though. It's not like the things aren't there. You get someone that's foreign or abroad and get them popping all over the same and start having them selling fragrances and makeups. The shit can be duplicated what they've done with her.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too with the label. It's almost like they can really
so you can
manufacture the artists.
They're starting to do it with Cardi all over again. You can make it, but it's just Rihanna had so many bangers before that. So you get the huge fan base from music and then you expand it out. And that's the thing. That's what works better with the women. You can't do that with no guys. Ain't no guy. I don't think any singer ever has gotten to become a billionaire, especially in this short time frame. I'd say the next person that's probably gonna get there is Travis Scott.
Travis Scott?
What in that short time frame. Drake's gonna get there, but Travis is shorter career than Drake. We know is already about to hit there. But I meant Travis has a shorter career than Drake. So Travis gonna be the next one. Because Drake don't sell too much stuff. Drake don't sell out that much. Every fucking thing. Yeah.
Drake is a lot of music. It's not merch and shit. Travis Scott merch.
Oh fucking flying. Yeah.
Like, listen, the Travis Scott Retro ones dropped like a week ago.
Yep.
Literally every sneakerhead was trying to find out how they could get these Travis Scott ones. Yeah. And them shits, Nike never released them on their end. It was just like a whole bunch of little boutiques that were doing raffles and shit, and everybody was fucking going crazy. Yeah. Them shits are reselling for $3,200. It's $200 shoe.
Wow.
Yeah, everything he got does that. Wow. His McDonald's meals, his sport energy drinks, So you know what I'm saying? Like, remember last year, wasn't he the highest paid artist? So he makes the man makes a killing, bro. I'm saying I think he make like 80 million or something, or 40 million.
Last year, no, he wasn't.
And this is what Master P was been preaching, bro. You got to have product.
Yeah, he was last year the highest paid artist in Forbes last year.
I think so.
Who would out? What's his name?
Yeah, last year it was what's his name? It was Drake. What's that guy name? White dude.
Post Malone.
Yeah, Post Malone.
I think that was on tours though.
That was on tours. I'm talking all in all. I remember Travis Scott. I remember, I'm talking about all. I remember Travis Scott earning. I remember Travis Scott earning some fucking baseball players.
What's his name was on there too? NBA YoungBoy.
Let me do 2020.
Yeah, he's been locked up. Yeah, he ain't been touring. Yeah, he was number 3.
You probably thinking streams, Greg.
Yeah, you're talking about streams, tour. Yeah, streams and touring.
You're talking about streams, but we're talking about like making money off of
music. You're talking about like overall. Okay.
Yeah, just making money as an artist.
Okay.
Or being an artist first. Right. So yeah, Travis Scott got product, bro, and he gets into the product line.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. So the bread he got, and white folks love him, and everything love him. You know what I'm saying? I remember he hit us with that All Lives Matter once. So the motherfuckers kind of got up, but after that, he doesn't really speak on race. But white folks do love him, though. That shit does change your worldview after a while. When you see a sea of white folks every day loving you in church and everything you do, he's a rock star, huh?
Then he had the Travis Scott burger.
Travis Scott meal, yeah. Which is nothing but a double bacon burger with lettuce on it. They give you a pack of barbecue sauce and say,
the rodeo burger, yeah, exactly. Change it to say, the man, he's got a kid with one of the Kardashians. I mean, the Jenners. You know what I'm saying? So niggas a fucking
good move. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The man's a beast. I mean, she's a billionaire too, so he's good. But it works itself out.
Well, they're not married, so
they're not married, but it ain't like she's in his pocket.
He wouldn't lose nothing.
Yeah. What else do we have in pop culture? Oh yeah, in pop culture, Sean King got accused of living a exorbitant lifestyle because he purchased an $800,000 house in New Jersey, and everyone started.
That's not really.
To me, that shit blew me. I mean, to me, I don't see the problem with him.
It's not really too lavish. It's nice.
It's $800,000. Is that lavish?
That's
in
New Jersey.
That's in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's not really. Yeah, that's not really like lavish, bro.
He lives in a decent house. People want you to struggle the same way they struggle.
Yeah, that's what I realized.
Like they don't see that he's working outside of just being an activism.
It ain't like he bought the shit $800,000 outright. It ain't like he don't to it.
Even if he did, don't he sell books and shit?
Yeah, he sells books
other
and
shit.
Exactly. Yeah,
he sells other shit. So
he's well known.
Why the fuck do you want the guy to be poor and struggling like you?
To me, it's part of white supremacy, bro. That's why everyone that helps Black people are considered grifters and stealers. They've been doing it. They were using the same accusations against Malcolm X, against Martin Luther King, against anyone that's pro-Black. There's always someone that's there to discredit them as if they're stealing the money or the money that's going where it's supposed to. People always watching their pocket, dog. They did the same thing with Tamika Mallory. There's always motherfuckers pocket watching when you're trying to do help. And then what I like is, what's his name? Boyce Watkins came out and said it. Boyce Watkins says, I don't know why y'all think every time you help Black people, you got to be broke. You're like, y'all don't look at the pockets of all these other people that are nonprofits. Wayne LaPierre owning $3 million, other people owning $5 billion, Red Cross Blue Shield. All these other executives of nonprofits make millions. Y'all don't check their pockets.
Billions.
Yeah, but
broke people can't help broke people.
Yeah, it's crazy. But soon as you look at as soon as you're helping Black people's pockets, people assume that you took a vow of poverty. Like you're not supposed to have money.
I know they said the same shit about Malcolm. And when Malcolm X died, he only had, I think, $900 in his account.
Exactly.
Wow. It was either $900 or $93. It was something ridiculously low for a guy that was worldwide.
That's what I think. I think it's part of the system making sure that Black folks never gain any traction by each time
it's a mentality.
Each time it's not a mentality because there's someone that's there to always highlight when they buy something. How would we even know that he bought that? You know what I'm saying? It's not a mentality. There's the opposition that hate them. The opposition that hates them always highlights whenever they do any purchase, any time of money. So your own people could kind of go against you, like, oh, he is getting some money. Think of all of our Black people that was there before us.
It's a mentality because your own people feel that way.
Yeah, think of all the Black people that was there before us. We kind of give them a side eye now.
Colin Kaepernick, when he did the charity and he did it as a tax write-off.
Yep.
The people was complaining like, okay, he only doing it because it was a tax write-off. Okay, he had to do it for you at all.
Well, not only that, think of all the people that was fighting on our behalf now. We kind of look at them as if they're grifters or they're doing it for the money. Think of Jesse Jackson or Don King or
Al Sharpton.
But Al Sharpton. Now the media, they've been around so long, fighting for Black rights for so long. To us, they look like, these niggas just getting that bag. But that's what we've been taught to think. That's how they make us think of people that have been fighting on our behalf. After a while, we think these niggas are just grifters. Anyone that fights for Black rights, we think at some point they just searching for.
But if you didn't pay anything to them, how they making money off for you though?
Exactly. These niggas make their money off corporations.
I didn't pay anything to them, so
you got to remember. What's the attorney name? Ben Crump.
Oh, I already know they've been gearing up for Ben Crump because Ben Crump been winning so many fucking cases. I'll be wondering how long before they gonna start turning and calling that nigga an ambulance chaser or a Black activist. We'll say.
But it's like he's an attorney, and attorneys usually get 33% of the winnings.
Exactly. So he should be multimillionaire.
And he's getting people a lot of money, so he should be getting a lot of money.
He's getting the highest returns ever paid to a Black guy, $40 million.
And they want him to be broke.
And they want him to be broke. Not only that, Ben Crump done got so many wins so far. Just recently, him and Al Sharpton said they're going to represent this white guy that got killed by a police officer because they're about police reform. Yeah, but I'm wondering how long. Listen, we're not seeing it now. Give it by 5 years, they're going to consider Ben Crump some kind of ambulance chaser. They're going to consider him so. We're going to see the narrative change that he's just some kind of. But we never look at the white folks that's fighting for rights. They never paint this narrative against the one ladies that go out and chase all these athletes for the rape charges. But anytime you're helping Black folks,
the whole lawyer,
the lawyer, her and her daughter, both of them, there's two of them. That's what's worse. Their daughter, mother and daughter.
And Africa's got to do better. Yeah.
But anytime you're helping Black folks, after a while, you could never get away from the thing that you might be scheming. Auntie Maxine, anyone, if you do it long enough, they're gonna make it seem like all these motherfuckers sold out. They went and got the bread, as if they should have been broke the whole time. Like that shit blows my mind. That to me is a perfect design to undermine it, to undermine the people, as if they got to be broke all along with you. Like activism calls for you to be broke. I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, and that shit got a lot of rappers killed too. A lot of people killed. Not wanting to move out of the hood, wanting to stay around your peoples, that. Every time you come around, no matter how much good you do, you still feel some type of way.
Listen, Boyce put it perfectly. He said he don't care if Sean got paid $1 million. Sean gets paid $1 million because he's good. Listen, he's getting paid $1 million because he can raise $50 million. That's what they're paying you for. It's your result. This guy can put up. We're paying him a high amount because he can raise it. That's what we're paying for. The return on investment is high.
Yeah,
that shit is crazy. Jay-Z and Will Smith partner up together with a company that's supposed to help new home buyers. Almost like rent to own. Like you rent, you get in the house, and after like 3 years, you have the option of buying the house. Of course, there's haters online talking about these are gonna be high interest rates. These niggas ain't really helping. It's predatory. You can't help nobody nowadays, man.
You can't help them, man. You can't
help these niggas, man. I've heard people complain online, which is what lets me realize America. I don't say America, but at least that's what I'm saying. It's turning that way. I've heard people complain online about Black folks coming and buying the block because we're gentrifying, we're fixing it up, we're surrendering it to higher people. It's not benefiting us. Like, what else are we supposed to do? Are we not supposed to invest in America at all? Is all our money supposed to only come from homeland people? That shit is crazy. That's like, how are we ever supposed to get rich?
Mm-hmm.
That shit is wild.
Crazy, man.
So we're supposed to go buy the hood and then store rent it out for cheap. Get no return on investment.
That's how they feel. Like you should just, like you should lose. In order to help them, you gotta lose.
You gotta lose on our behalf. I'm like, man, I don't get the fuck
You gotta lose everything to help them. You gotta lose everything to go like them in order for them to feel that, oh, damn, he finally helped us.
Yeah, that crap mentality is crazy to me because they're saying this is some of these black folks. Because it's like, remember when Trump started doing the opportunity zones and shit like that, and it was rich black folks coming up on that buying, and I was like, well, at least it's black folks.
I mean, how's that shit? I mean, if you're broke, you're definitely not gonna help on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you were prepared for it.
Exactly. You got to be. Yeah, the prepared get fed. That's exactly.
Yeah, that's one thing, man.
You got to always be ready. The prepared, you weren't ready for this. This one ain't for you.
When the bag fall, you can catch it.
Listen, as you can see during COVID right now, this is the perfect example. What do they call it? What is it? The test when you do a test of as you can see, you go online every day. There's another joke about PPE loans, going to jail fast, this, that, and the third, or people complain. I don't understand how.
Yeah, that's just man.
There's different lines for them. The nigga that goes to work every day and everywhere, with the guy not working, he's in Cancun, this and that. Every day there's motherfuckers complaining about another nigga coming up and this and that. I like, why does not this much complain when Congress isn't passing bills? These niggas in the office 4 years don't pass not a single shit in your favor. They passing bills. Y'all worried about PPE. They cut the PPE check for
see, that's why you gotta stay far away from haters, man.
Yeah, they cut the check for like $80 billion. They've only spent like $8 billion of it. They haven't even released the rest of the money. Y'all been thinking these niggas, niggas ain't don't ripping y'all off. The money ain't even making through the pipeline.
I know. I saw that meme or the video where the lady said, if y'all niggas think I'm gonna miss the next round of fraud,
yeah.
God damn it, I'm not.
Oh, with the guy, with
the black guy in the courtroom.
Yeah. God damn it, I'm not. Exactly. Listen, that shit is we're conditioned to think that, and I actually want to say we're conditioned to think that any free money is gonna be bad. Ain't no such thing as free money. I like shit. You don't play your things right, man. It's a crazy thing, man. They've done such a number on black folks, man. It's like, and even when there's benefits there, it's kind of like
it's not like just free money. Like money itself is not free. You may get it free, but somebody had to pay for it.
Okay, everything is everything is information. There's programs in the hood right now that you can become a truck driver for free. You can get different degrees for free, even nurses' degrees. The programs are funded and everything, but the thing that's crazy about it is they never advertise it. So the few getting the benefit of doing it, and the rest just fall to the wayside. And what's crazy is the few that did do it, they feel like, shit, I could do it. You could have did it too. Y'all niggas just didn't want to do it. But to me, I don't know if part of the reason they don't advertise is because maybe they fund it and then no one uses it. They end up using the money back, whatever reason. Because they do a horrible job of advertising. Just like the whole time there's been the COVID thing, there's been rental assistance. We shouldn't be a 1 in 6 about to get evicted.
Yeah, I know that.
All the landlords, all the landlords
said that to my renters too.
All the landlords should have been getting paid. But these companies, like I said, they didn't release all the money and they don't advertise it well. I don't know if that's intentional to keep the poor fighting amongst the poor. And the few that's coming up using the benefits, they think about these niggas as scamming. Nigga, lots of people is scamming. It's America.
There's an internet subsidy out there.
Yeah, free internet. There's so much shit out there. But they don't have
free. They take like $50 off your current bill.
Yeah,
I definitely signed up for that shit.
That shit is crazy.
So,
and a lot of people don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't use it or don't know.
How you get the internet subsidy? Hold on, I need that.
I had seen the link a while back after we sent it. Yeah.
I'll send you the link, Gray. Well, if I can find it.
Please.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
But you have to do all the legwork. And you have to check on your own.
I will.
They're supposed to email you when you get approved for it, but they didn't email me. I had to go into the account and look to see that it was approved. Then you have to submit it to your internet provider, and they have to go through some process
and then take it off.
Accept it and all that. So
It's still worth it.
You gotta do a little work for it, but I
of
did
course,
that
I don't
shit.
know.
Yeah, it's still worth it.
Yeah, I don't mind.
That shit is it's wild.
It's a one time or it's like a monthly?
It's monthly.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah, it's what.
That.
So yeah, there's just different benefits, but yeah, that crab in the barrel mentality is something new, and it's not something that cuts deep in pop culture though, or amongst people in general. What else we have?
Yeah. I got one. Your girl Amanda Seal. Yeah, she has something to say about Will Smith playing
Serena Venus's dad.
Serena Williams and Venus Williams' father.
Yeah.
So she's saying like, why does he get to a film made about him, and why is Will Smith also playing him? So I'm like, okay, like why the hell does that matter to you? Like you, who are you to say, why does he get a film made about him? He's the father of two great tennis stars, who he raised and actually
who put him in position exactly
the tennis stars. Why not?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, she's a man hater, bro. I bet if it was a woman, she wouldn't be complaining about why is this woman get a. Say it was the mom.
Another bitter woman, yeah.
Say if it was the mom.
I mean, arguably the greatest tennis coach in history, because he raised the greatest two tennis players in history. You know what I'm saying? So why would he get a movie? That's the reason, because I'm the greatest coach in history. So I think she tried to do a quick hot take, and then sometimes when you do hot takes, the shit backfires on you. I can't listen to a lot of Amanda Seales, just like her podcast it's called In Small Doses. I can only take her in small doses. She's very smart. Yeah. But sometimes she's like that page just said, sometimes she's insufferable, like they said for the black guy. And sometimes she's a little too much sometimes. She's a little too much. You know what I'm saying? But she is fucking very smart. I give her that. And she's part of she's very black with these what they call them, academics. So she went to school, very smart.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's really that loneliness that kicks in.
She's got to do it, apparently, according to Charlamagne and all that. Now she got to do it. Of course, she had to date someone back. She froze her eggs.
Yeah, but still, I mean, we don't know who he is, so he's not really.
They on that. What's that thing called? Private until permanent.
Private until permanent. Yeah.
Yeah, they on that shit. Don't show your nigga off until you put that ring on it.
But if he was high profile, I don't think you can't keep that private.
That nigga's pimping 101. That nigga love it. You got to keep him at the seal. I got to keep his game on the low. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna stop my dog?
Well, imagine dealing with somebody like that.
She might be a different person on the outside. She's fucking real talented though. Yeah. Don't let the attitude. This girl can sing. She can rap. She can what's name, and she's a fucking real talent. She's dope. She is very opinionated. It's kind of yeah. She can sing and everything. Let's go. Yeah, she's raw, bro. I remember seeing her early before she popped. Yeah, and just the attitude. Sometimes like she's a little much after you see her attitude. Like you can't stand her, but she's nice though. As far as talent wise, for one girl to have all that talent, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, she's insufferable sometimes. Huh?
Exactly. What else do we have? I think Juno then popped out and popped in back in. I think that's
it. I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to switch to hip hop, or I don't know if you have anything else on pop culture.
We done. We started with hip hop. So.
The vaccine mandates. The vaccine mandates is in pop culture. New York said they're about to crack down on it. Y'all ain't about to go to, they're about to crack down on all y'all. You're not gonna be able to go out or anything without getting that showing that vaccine card.
Listen, I just signed up. I told you guys, man. I threw in the towel, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, man. I threw in the towel, man. I signed up for my first dose on Saturday, so I'm gonna go get that.
I'm about to get mine. I'm fucking around.
I'm gonna be the vaccine.
I just lost I guess you'd call him a brother-in-law. My niece's dad, he just passed, I think, yesterday. 42 years old, young dude.
Yeah, bro. So I gave up, bro. I'm just gonna take it.
That very not fucking around, boy. My sister just texted me today. She was like, let me read the message she texted me. You know, she was at the hospital in Port St. Lucie. She said she's been seeing a lot of young kids die too. And I was like, what? I was like, what are the ages? She said 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Yeah.
Wow, I like this.
I ain't trying to be one of them, so I'm gonna go get that.
Yeah.
Greg, check your email. I just sent you an email for the broadband benefit program.
Forward that to me as well, though. I gotta get on that. I forgot I said that. I forgot I said that.
Okay. All right, yes, sir.
Nate, I'm sending on that. Soldier Lyric.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll get it either way. There's talks of online about these people. That's another one I didn't put on there for pop culture about folks wondering of their kids staying with them after 18. Are you into that? That kicking your kids out at 18, or what's the age limit to have kids in the house?
Well, that's been a thing for a lot of different cultures.
Well, kick your kids out after 18?
Yeah.
Or setting your kids up to where they can leave your house after 18. Because when I expect my kids when they're 18, I expect them to leave to go to college.
Exactly.
So they're gonna be out the house.
That's true,
but that's not new.
They need to set up
the millennial generation.
Set it up where they don't come back.
Yeah, exactly. That's not news.
The millennial generation, all these kids are coming back.
I've heard stories where like parents just give their kids like a little money and just tell them to go out front something. Not even going to college, go bump your way out into the world and see where you land. See where you find.
I don't see a problem with that.
I remember
because once I left the house, I never returned.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
I remember a white guy was saying something about the reason so much black boys die is because parents are quick to kick them out at 18. Black boys and
that's not true. Like
that's odd because niggas be out the house long before 18. They be getting kicked out they shit at like 14, 15 year olds. And they get kicked out because them niggas acting a damn fool, not because they turned 18. Them niggas was thugging long before that.
See, we have a whole different mindset on that because all three of us, once we left our parents' house, we never went back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for us, we're like, yeah, that's what's the problem. But a lot of people still rely on their parents, even when they're fucking married and have kids, they still living at their parents' house. That shit is fucking weird.
It is. I mean, as long as they pay it forward, I don't mind. I mean, my parents get into that age where you're gonna have to either look out for them at some point, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, your parents are gonna end up moving back in with you.
Exactly. They're gonna get you that okie doke. Pay it forward, playboy. Exactly. I don't think people realize how many years they have to themselves. They don't realize how quick your parents age up and they end up becoming your responsibility all over again. That's what they think. Right. I think they think they're gonna be able to leave their parents' house in another couple of years. Like the Mother Nature, father time doesn't stop ticking on your parents either, though. So by the time you're ready to move out, a couple of years later, your folks are gonna start they're gonna become your responsibility. They're gonna start getting health issues, and you're like, there goes all your years of freedom. We think as an adult we have freedom to do us, but you lose your time of freedom was at 18 to to however long.
It's that 18 through 40.
Yeah, you waste it. You wasted. Your parents coming right back on your ass. Now you gotta take them. It's crazy. When you get to that age.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yep.
I mean, imagine that having like kids that that have to rely on you, and by the time you get to that age, what the hell are they gonna do for you? What they're gonna do?
By the time they get their affairs in order, you're gonna need them or vice versa. It's a cycle. That's why you gotta try to break it as quick as possible. It's wild, but yeah, most of these millennials still be living at home though. Is the way she's set up right now.
Let's jump into sports.
And sports.
See, one more thing. Yesterday was Obama's birthday. Just want to throw that out.
Oh, Obama's
60th birthday.
Yeah. 60. Which is crazy. Both are fucking
47.
Bro, Obama could run for president right now and be younger than everyone that's be the youngest president.
Exactly. Because
it's crazy.
Both of the last ones were 70, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In sports, Lakers fatten up that roster where they got an incredible lineup to sign Russell Westbrook, Dwight Howard. Did they get Carmelo Anthony after all?
Yeah, if they get a ring,
I
can't give LeBron too much credit for this one if they get a ring.
Nigga, Lakers in 6.
Why can't you give him credit? All them old niggas you got?
No, I'm saying I can't give Lakers like too much credit. Like if they get a ring,
you gotta give them credit. That's a bunch. That's an old ass.
Look at all that talent. That's a team. That's a team.
All them niggas got knee issues.
Bro, the average age on that team is like 32.
Yeah, and that's only because
a bunch of.
Yeah, that's only because your boys.
Yeah, they vet though.
Yeah, they play niggas that's 21, 22. Them niggas is young, healthy, faster,
but they don't
bigger.
have as much. They're not as experienced and as skilled and.
Listen, we just. Sure. I don't know. The boys is old. So let's see how they do next season.
You got Melo on there too. Come on, man. So Melo about to get him on.
I'm mad that Melo the last 2-3 seasons been getting paid shit in the NBA, bro.
Shit.
These little 1-year deals, he be getting $3 million, $4 million.
He already got the bag on the front end.
He did, but damn, they keep sizing the boy though. Every year it's a 1-year deal. He's going through the divorce.
How much was this one?
They didn't even mention it, bro. He probably got like $3 million.
Probably a veterans minimum.
He's been getting at the last 3. The money he made in the front end of the NBA, make sure that he's paying for it now, bro. No one's giving him his value.
That's crazy, yeah.
So it's like you can't really win, though. You can't really win. Steph Curry signed a fat contract. I didn't like that.
If he didn't Portland, yeah, he should have got more.
I wouldn't mind Steph Curry leaving the Golden State. Because to me, you don't have nothing else.
He just re-signed for another $200 million deal.
Yeah. That's what. So me, I was like, what's the point?
How much?
$215 million.
Woof. 215.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's the first player to sign for 2 contracts worth over $200 million.
Sheesh. Good God. I'm all for players getting money, man. As much money they can get, I'm all for it.
To me, he was looking at the money regardless. Might as well give another team the glory. You're gonna get Golden State 3 rings.
Because people don't understand, they talk about like they get paid too much. Nah, man, that's just the industry that they're in. You know, it's less people for less people for the pie to be shared with.
Right. It's a bigger pot with less people. Everybody gonna get that money.
Yeah.
My thing is Melo getting the money? Melo not getting paid these last 3 years. He's not seeing the type of money these players are not seeing.
Of course not. He's on the veteran minimum, bro. He was just out of the league for like 2 years, bro.
Yeah, so that shit is crazy, bro. Niggas is making $40-50 million a year. You making $3 million?
Yeah,
insulting, though.
Yeah, that's what I like. What you got to invest. Yeah, you got to invest. Yeah.
And then I invest. It's why because he didn't allow them to trade him because he did this no trade clause. This one, he would have never been out the league when New York wanted to trade him had he played ball. They made him pay for those couple of years that he stuck him up, though. What else do we have in sports? Oh yeah, Jamaica dominating the fucking track races in the Olympics.
Hell yeah. Everything that these Americans thought they're gonna win, nope.
Yeah. Just like we thought.
And y'all heard your girl Shakira? She said, did y'all miss her?
Yeah, they might have missed her, but it would have made a damn difference. She come out there Jamaica, just like I thought we've been gassing her up. America ain't got no answer for what the Jamaicans are doing.
Yeah, She's a little delusional.
Like all these young girls out here, bro. Yeah.
What's crazy is in the Olympics, another hot take, all these anti-black countries are winning their first medals because of black people. I think Italy won its first track race by a mixed black and Italian guy. Puerto Rico won by the first black and Puerto Rican lady. They're bringing the first track and field, their first records, their first gold medals, and it's because of black people.
They know, yeah.
So it's crazy.
Hey, hold on, guys.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, yeah.
I'm gonna log off real quick and I'm gonna jump back in. I keep getting an alert from my house.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know if they want to win, they gotta get, more back athletes.
Gotta get more black people. Gotta stretch it in the black.
I mean, that's not by coincidence.
I mean, I don't know if it's by coincidence. I don't know, because like we said, science is still very politicized nowadays. After years of the slave trade and hard labor, does that have any consequences or any effect?
But it's not just the slave trade. Those are not like African Americans. Those are, you have Africans like born from Africa.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's true. So, but there's different walks of life. Like every year, Ethiopia wins the fucking marathon shit. Them long motherfuckers be taking off, boy. Like giraffe. And then there was even a footage of how they end up finishing the marathon. You see all the other teams on the floor gasping for air. All the Ethiopian players are standing up down there on their feet. You know how long there. One of them won the marathon. She stumbled, fell, got up, and still won.
Sheesh.
Yeah, bro. They're a different breed. They've been dominating stuff. So I don't know. It is kind of cool how the Olympics will show how different people from different parts of the world will have natural advantages over the others.
We U.S. have all the advantages.
But we like to pretend that I feel like we like to think that if you work hard, you're gonna get the advantage. But I think the Olympics is gonna show you that there are some people that have a natural advantage. Like because they might be taller, they're from a certain walk. Because capitalism. Because capitalism likes to shows. Yeah, I'm saying because capitalism likes to show. We like to believe like a meritocracy, only the best and brightest get to the top, only the best. But sometimes you ain't gotta be the best. You could be, nigga, I was born super tall, and people from this part of the world are super tall. So when we get here, we're gonna be the best. You just gotta deal with it. America's been the best in basketball because we play basketball here. But now that more and more Africans are learning basketball, how long before they end up dominating the sport?
Yeah, they will.
Eventually over time, you said.
I mean, you already see how it is in the NBA. You got like a lot of African
players. Exactly. So it's the same way because most NBA players are people that are freakishly tall, and those are just American people that are freakishly tall. So you go to a place where all the people are always tall. You know what I'm saying? Even in Chinese players, there's certain Chinese people that are super tall. Now they're starting to get into it. So as the world becomes global, before long, you're just gonna be the best. You're gonna actually get the best people in the world as they start getting into it. That's why even MMA is dope because now we're gonna start seeing who's the world got as the best fighters. You know what I'm saying? So from wherever, it's not just the American best. That's what's dope. Now they got there's 3 African countries that hold the MMA titles, but then you have people like Conor McGregor over there in Ireland. It's just a global, different people from different walks of life, though, coming out. Whoever's the best.
Yeah, the platform is getting more even.
Yep. I still do wonder though, is there any biologics to it? Like in the sense, like they don't like to speak on, let's say, slavery or anything like that. Like
I wouldn't say it's slavery. I think genetically, just like okay.
Yeah, they don't like to speak
black people. We're the just like us black people. We're like the original. We're the main. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna call that pseudoscience. They're gonna call
everything else is like a way for that derived from us. Every other is like a.
They're gonna call that racist.
Derivative.
They're gonna call that racist.
I mean, it is racist. I mean, okay, we're talking about race.
We're talking about race.
We're talking about race. it's not like I'm trying to, like hold somebody back. I'm not like, like denying anybody, mortgage loans or anything.
Yeah. What I mean is, okay.
I'm not the one denying people mortgage loans, or whatever.
What I mean is, imagine after years, of I'm selling, let's say like the slavery thing. After years of slavery, after you make certain people suffer, and it by instinct, it makes sense that they'll become harder and tougher and more
Yeah, of course, you got more hardship. In a way, it pays off.
It's gonna play off for them to becoming a stronger buffer type of human, but we don't like
two things can't be true. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We will, but they don't like to acknowledge that, and that's why I tell you, a lot of science in America is very PR friendly. They're about to go along, get along. They don't want to explore that. They'll explore that a man can become a woman or some other shit, but they're not gonna explore the shit that we all can see with our eyes. Like, hey, these black folks are a different beast when it comes to these sports. Why is that? No one wants to do the study on that.
I mean, it's almost like, what you call that? When you've had like the person who had more hardship,
over time become
he's gonna become stronger.
It's gonna make them
versus
stronger.
The person who's been comfortable.
But they don't study that. That's what I'm telling you. They call that I forgot what it was. This is the shit.
But I think that's also some conditioning too, because like you look at some of the whites, like the Russians, like these they beast.
Yeah,
some of the East
look
Europeans,
look how the Russians live though. Them motherfucking Russians. Look how the Russians live in that cold with that liquor. And the motherfuckers. White Russians are not regular white people, bro.
No, they're not. They're not. Yeah, I know that.
That's a different breed of white folks.
Yeah. So even the women, you see it. They built different. Yeah.
Yeah, Russians are a different breed of white. So it goes like that. So, but I forgot the type of science they like to call it, but it's frowned upon, so no one really studies it. But I think there's something.
It's frowned upon.
Yeah, because what is it?
It's frowned upon because the truth is there.
Is it genetics or geno? No, because back in the days, the Germans tried to use it to try to create a super race, or they would say black people have no pain and they'll torture us. So they used it for all the opposite reasons, not to find the greatness of people. So because of that, they just don't study it. Margaret Sanger, the lady that does the Planned Parenthood bullshit, she was part of eugenics. That's what it's called. Mm-hmm. But I would like to know the other side of eugenics, like what features does one race have?
What the Germans had was bullshit. I mean, they were trying to frame it. They're talking about, like you got to have a certain type of head shape in order to live a great life.
What they had bad science. They had a set outcome, and they try to find the science to find the outcome. Science doesn't work like that. You do the study and then you get the outcome. It's not you don't do the outcome first and try to find the science.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Science is just a study. It's really not what you make it.
Exactly.
It's already there.
Exactly. With them, they already what they make it, and they want to learn. They wanted to do the science to go for it.
Yeah.
So I would like.
That's why, he lost to because he thought like his guy would have beat what was it, Jesse?
Yep.
Jesse Owens, Jesse Lewis, something like that.
Yeah, Jesse Owens when he lost the race. Yeah.
Yeah. So he lost him because he thought his guy would have beat the black guy, and even then back then they also learned too, because like even like from boxing. Shit, he wasn't, they had very black people from boxing.
Yeah, then he also
when they had the first fight versus a black boxer, he went on and beat a whole bunch of
white guys,
other guys who was boxing for a while.
Exactly.
It wasn't until the very end he lost because he was just old.
Yep.
Like they fought this dude to them near the end of his life.
And it's the same thing with
So even from then they realized, oh shit, all that bullshit we're talking about, that ain't true. These niggas they get into anything, they're gonna dominate, even in whatever, even in business and in sport.
But stuff can be learned
whatever, any other field.
Stuff
because we're more hungry for it.
Stuff can be learned too, because white boys, these aren't the same white boys. We got in a different group of white boys. We used to have the regular soft white boys they show on TV back in the days. Then MMA started getting popular. Now you got a different group of white boys. You know what I'm saying? Some shit can be trained. Like you see, you can be conditioned to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we ain't soft. We ain't the, you know what I'm saying? We ain't these other ones that are just gonna call the cops on you. So So there's stuff that can still be trained, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a difference between training than when it is your lifestyle.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? For a lot of us, it's our lifestyle. A guy could train, but for us, we live this shit, we eat this shit, we sleep this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's different. It's 24/7 with us, you know.
That's true. That's why I feel someone that comes from somewhere that's poor or hard brought up, whenever they get into these sports, they're gonna have an advantage. Because it's it's their conditioning, and then it's already the lifestyle, and then not a sport, and they just get to excel at it. There's a reason why they think. That's why I say.
What do you think as much? What do you think as much shit that the Republicans talks about immigration?
They already know, yeah.
The country will still allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even like most businesses, most successful businesses have been started by immigrants.
Exactly.
Even a lot of the Fortune 500 companies.
Or they're run by them. They're run by immigrants all the time too. Do we have anything else? I think that was it in sports.
Hold up. Oh, in pause.
Are you breaking up?
No, what was that? Sports or yeah?
I think that was in sports. I don't know if anything else in sports. The only other section we have is politics.
Yeah, we're talking about the Olympic. Yeah, you're talking about the Olympic. Okay, yeah, that was sports. I got a few. Yeah. Well, last week we forgot about Richard Sherman suicide attempt in
Was it a suicide attempt? I thought he was trying to break into the house.
Yeah, he did, but he also had told his wife that he was thinking about committing suicide. Yeah.
Listen, man, I told y'all niggas this mental health shit is an issue out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he was perfectly fine, seeing them commercials, during the games.
It's that mental health issue shit. Y'all put it in the air and people are catching it like COVID. I really feel like sometimes, you ever seen something that until you mention it, you see it everywhere?
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get a new car, you see everybody on the road with that same car.
Exactly. So I feel like us being so mental health-ish, our brain is not susceptible to look for it and can also be impacted by it. I feel like, can we just put it in the dirt and can we not for a little bit? I'm not saying it wasn't there before, but now we're seeing this shit is prevalent and so much because I feel it's in the zeitgeist. It's everywhere. So that shit is impacting different people. Different people are looking for it. It's like a computer just on search. It's always pinging and pinging. Sometimes your computer might catch that virus.
Yeah. It's like you just start believing it yourself. You start questioning yourself.
Because Richard Sherman was fucking one of the top tier players out there pushing financial literacy and all this shit. Now he's kicking down fucking doors. Like, what is going on here? That shit is wild to me.
Shout out to Richard Sherman, my frat brother. He'll be we'll take care of Richard Sherman. We just gotta talk to him.
Oh really?
So we don't pull no Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
So
hopefully.
So we get his shit together. That shit is wild with him trying to kick down the door, and then his wife having to call the police, telling the police, please don't shoot him. That shit was crazy. If I didn't see the video and I heard she just called the cops on, I was like, yeah, he just needs to cut her off. But then when I see the video, your boy's just hitting that door. I'm like, bro, this is the girl's dad that was there, bro. You wild. I ain't act like this with the in-laws there.
This was at the in-laws' house.
Yeah, that shit is fucking. That lets you know, that nigga did go crazy.
Yeah, he's going through some things. Hopefully therapy fixes it. He gets the help he needs.
Let's hope, though. Let's hope that mental health. I can't say it's not real. That mental health is definitely real. But I do notice, like I said, because we put in the zeitgeist, it's everywhere. It's like this other guy put on Twitter the other day. He put it on. They're like, I have mental health, and it's just he's like, repeat after me. I don't have mental health. It's just a weakness. It's just a excuse. He and people was going off on him, but he was more of a tough love type of dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I could see like people saying, "Oh, it's messed up." They're like, they're giving all excuses. You try saying that he said depression is. Like you try saying depression is real when your own son commits suicide. I was like, y'all just looking like y'all saying, "Oh, I told you so, nigga." Nah, my shit is like this. Is gonna be something that you're proud of. If I'm depressed, I ain't got time to be arguing with niggas on the internet that don't believe that I'm depressed. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna keep it moving. These niggas like, nah, nigga, I'm depressed. Nigga, how dare you try? How dare you insult my depression? I like, what's you know what I'm saying? It's like they leaned into it. Like it was like a badge of honor. Like it wasn't a sickness. Like it's a sickness. I'm trying to get over it. I ain't got time to be arguing with you niggas that don't believe it. These niggas out here like they're insulted, like they're already canceling. I was like, he's saying some shit. It's not gonna work for everybody, but for some people, that tough thing gonna be somewhere they are gonna get to shake it off. Some people they are in depression to the point. I got friends that are to the point these niggas ain't been functioning in for years. Mm-hmm. They need some actual work, but there's some niggas that just could be in first stage of depression. They just need to hear that pep talk. You know what I'm saying? Right. They can shake it off like, fuck it, yeah, I just gotta grab myself. So there's a place for it. That whole automatically, there's depression. As you can see with the Olympics now, they're saying some people, you already see these white folks already going off. They're saying they're gonna say people are gonna start using that mental health as a cop out for everything. Niggas don't want to play mental health. Niggas don't want to say cop out. And if y'all don't know human nature, people do find a cop out for everything. Anytime they don't got to do it.
Yeah. But I mean, how can you deny that? You can't really deny it because
of course it's the perfect cop out.
That you can't really see it.
Exactly, it's a perfect cop. Listen, players. What was the thing when they're giving players? They're giving players and they give them rest in the NBA. What's it called?
Load management.
Load management. Now niggas about to have mental health days in the NBA.
Yeah, because even what's her name?
Kyrie already.
Exactly. Kyrie already pulling that shit off. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Niggas about to get mental health days in the NBA, bro.
Yeah. Because even what's her name? Naomi, she just pulled out from another Open again.
Yep.
From Canada.
Naomi, as we can see, Simone. The thing with Simone is different because she's on Ritalin. Yeah. Right? And they didn't report that at first. She's on Ritalin. And she's been taking that whole lot because she's had hyperactive disorder, ADHD. And now that country doesn't allow the Ritalin. They don't succumb to that. So she's functioning completely different than she ever is without it. So she's still very fidgety.
Her pulling out of the thing was because that day she pulled out, she found out that her I think her auntie died.
Exactly. But also that not only that, but the fact that she's also not on no medication that she takes every day. It plays a big role because that country they don't subscribe to it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so yeah, and she ended up pulling the bronze recently with it. So it's she's still the most decorated Olympics folks out there. So it is a crazy thing too.
Yeah, she said she had something called a twisties.
What'd you say?
She said we
gotta move into this politics and
move on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and finish. We're at 4 a.m. What do we have any in politics? The only thing I have in politics is Florida's already said they're not gonna do that mask requirement because you know how we get down.
It's Florida, baby. We open, baby.
We open, yeah.
Mask off.
Mask off, exactly.
To my brother the other day too. Yeah.
We're gonna adopt that feature as our state anthem.
Yeah.
Mask off, baby.
That's gonna be a logo. This is in Florida. Fuck it, mask off. But I already knew that was gonna happen because I said whatever New York and California do, Florida and Texas are gonna make sure they do the complete opposite.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened because New York said they're about to go into lockdown. In California, I'm not sure what they're doing yet, but Cali's wild, man. I seen a video of them today with the cops had to come evict homeless people from the beach with guns and shit. These niggas had tents at the beach. I'm like, y'all homeless really got the nerve. I already understand y'all using public space, but you think y'all gonna use the tourist spots? You think y'all gonna be posted up at a beach? Y'all, these niggas is bold, bro. What else we have? Andrew Cuomo in New York. He got accused of sexual harassment, but I guess the district attorney said that after an investigation, they found that he's a repeated sexual harasser.
Jeez.
But these niggas ain't press no charges.
Everybody wants him to resign and shit.
Yeah,
I would tell him no, don't resign. Just finish out your term and don't run again.
I'm not gonna step down. If these motherfuckers, why are you over here investigating shit? You ain't got no charges to press. Right? If you so bad, do something about it. That's all I said. If you investigate, we over here doing investigations for no reason now. That's all I said. Did I commit a crime?
And when we want motherfuckers to investigate some shit, they don't want to investigate.
They don't investigate. Y'all investigating, y'all ain't pressing no charges. Talking about, oh, we got reason to believe. I'm gonna give y'all the evidence. When does the DA give us the evidence? Y'all press charges on people. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. So this shit is crazy to me. They've been trying to get Andrew Cuomo out of check. The Democratic Party been trying to pull him in. Republicans hate him, but he's just not budging, man. Ever since he showed that he was kind of going against Trump for a while, the motherfuckers been trying to get him out the paint. So I think, yeah, he might as well just finish his term, though. No point in leaving. He's already supposed to make weed legal in New York and shit. Each time the fire, each time the block gets hot on him, he gives people back some extra liberties. Is weed already legal down there, you know?
Motherfuckers act like it is, because I see people smoking weed on Coney Island Pier Bridge.
Yeah.
In broad daylight, they don't give a damn.
Sheesh.
So it seems legal in New York.
Yeah, it's wild. The only other thing I have in politics is Haiti's first lady gave her interview and gave a quick detail of what went down with the presidential assassination.
Did you guys watch it? I wasn't able to catch it since I was in New Orleans.
Yeah, I wasn't able either.
I don't like the fact that
little snips and a piece of it.
Yeah, they have the voiceover person speaking for her. I'd like to hear the version of the person speaking for her, because America could translate shit however they want.
So they didn't even let you hear her actual audio?
No, you hear the person over speaking whenever she spoke.
Yeah, I need to hear that shit in Creole. I can speak Creole. I want to hear that shit in whatever language she said it. Let me translate on my own.
Yeah, she speaks English.
They show a lot of these Haitian politicians when it's time to speak. These niggas, they don't speak Creole. They go busting out that French.
Yeah, she speaks English though.
Oh, she can speak English too?
Yeah.
Is it her that she spoke thinking of running?
Let's see what?
Is it her that they said she's thinking of running to fulfill her husband's dreams?
Yeah, she said she was thinking of running.
Yeah, you got some conspiracy theorists talking about they think she had something to do with it. Like, why would I kill her own husband? Y'all motherfuckers
and shoot myself in the process.
Yeah, like y'all be thinking of fucking some kind of super villain, dog. Person can do all that, they deserve to be the president, dog. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't think Haiti's gonna get any justice though. Y'all doing a lot of talking. I ain't seen no. It don't take that long for y'all to charge these Colombians that got caught these guns, dog. Nigga, this ain't U.S. dog. Motherfucker should have been at the stake already. You should have at least caught a couple bodies by now. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there two. I think 3 of them died already. 3.
The ones that they shot and caught that day, but they have like a good group of them. None of them Colombians need to go back to Colombia, bro.
Yeah, most of them are caught. It's only like a handful, I think.
And even then, the
and it's not just Colombian either. So
yeah, all the guards.
So right now, what they're talking about, they're trying to look for like the guys, the official, like whoever, like the mastermind behind it, because it's really not the Colombians that just decided to come in there and
they got hired,
decide to assassinate them. No, because like even the whole thing was a setup. It's an inside job, so it's really clear.
Yeah, that shit is wild.
Yeah.
They got anything else? I want to give some recommendations. I think that's all we got for this week. I'm pretty sure we did. We might have forgotten.
I got a recommendation for this week. I started on this trip to New Orleans. We was watching Jordan Peele's Twilight.
How'd you like New Orleans?
I loved it, bro. The food was amazing.
Told you, fucking great food out there.
Yeah, everything was cool. The people are friendly.
Really?
So I enjoyed it.
I like I'm not a big gumbo. I like jambalaya though.
Oh, I fuck up that gumbo every time I get a chance to eat that gumbo. I'm fucking it up.
Yeah, I'm a big jambalaya guy though. Big on jambalaya out there. You like crawfish and all that? So I can't eat.
No, I don't do crawfish like that.
Yeah,
I'll tell them substitute the crawfish to shrimp.
Okay, yeah, because they do crawfish by the boatloads on there. But yeah, the food's great. You can basically pick up anywhere in the French Quarters to eat. The shit is dope. It's always packed.
I need to go. I haven't been.
You never been to New Orleans?
Yeah.
Lovely though. It was great. Lovely. Yeah, one of my favorite places to visit. But go ahead and shoot your recommendations. You know what you're saying?
Yeah, we were watching Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone.
It's good.
Yeah, it's like Black Mirror type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I enjoyed it. Every episode is different. There's an episode with Taraji P. Henson that was pretty good, interesting. I liked it. So that'd be my recommendation this week is Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone. And you have to make sure you're watching the Jordan Peele edition.
Oh, there's another edition?
Oh, because they are the Twilight Zone, yeah.
Because there's other ones, so you have to make sure it's the Jordan Peele.
Oh, I didn't know there was any other one. I thought he was the first one to remake it.
No, there's a bunch of different ones, so make sure it's the Jordan Peele one.
How about you, Granny? Any recommendations?
I ain't have any.
What recommendations do I have? TV show wise. Did I tell y'all 000 last week on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gave that already.
You did.
You know what I'll give y'all? If y'all now that folks are in the good time for listening, now that y'all folks' ears are tuned up, primed for some good hip hop, I should give them a Jadakiss album, right? What should I give them? If they want to go back and listen to some old school, what does he have? Kiss the Game Goodbye.
That's one. That's a classic. That's a banger.
Yeah, you can. I can give him that. No, Kiss of Death. Jadakiss Kiss of Death. Fucking phenomenal album. You go want to listen to that. If not, that Ignatius, which I believe is Styles P's latest. No, matter of fact, Jadakiss' latest album is Ignatius. I listened to that a couple months ago.
No, Ignatius is Jadakiss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. Yeah, Jadakiss. Ignatius is a dope album. Yeah, listen to Ignatius. Kiss of Death is way better. I liked it. But go back and check out Ignatius. That came out last year.
When I first listened to it, I listened to that for like a week straight.
Yeah, that's why I call that.
To the whole,
I call that grown man rap, though. Niggas just dropping bars. That's fucking fire. Ignatius is dope. Him and not too many people still spit like that. You know him, Conway. There's a couple of New Yorker niggas that are still spitting out here, bro. Not over the head, dope shit. That Ignatius.
Fab.
Fab
give you some every year.
Fab ain't dropped no album in a minute though. That's the issue. So that's why I'm saying him. What was the dude that the fucking
he dropped some. Let me see. Last one he dropped was what was it?
It was
in 2019, I think.
What's buddy signed to Nas? Do you know
Freddie Gibbs?
No, man, that's signed to Nas.
Can you hear me?
Good summer,
yeah. I hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Is it Freddie?
No, not Freddie.
Is Freddie Gibbs signed to Nas?
No, I don't think so. I think he's solo. I gotta actually get into some Freddie. But
yeah, I'm not sure.
I forgot his name, but he's another one. But there's a couple of these New York niggas that be spitting. I just checked out the Lloyd Banks latest album, man. It was like, man, kind of.
Not Dave East.
Dave East, yes.
Dave East just dropped the album. Yeah, he just dropped something. Yeah. I listened to that the whole day.
Exactly. Dave
had that on repeat.
These are niggas that still be spitting dope hood shit that's on point, grown man bars.
Yeah.
Huh? So, they don't get enough attention, but these niggas still be spitting that Dave East, that Conway, that Benny the Butcher. Some of these niggas got some bars, bro. I'll be wondering where these Southern artists is at this age. What's the equivalent? So that would be my recommendation.
That's your last recommendation?
Yeah, the Ignatius by Jadakiss. That's about it. I think we need to go ahead and sign them off.
All right, folks. You already know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram, That's Absurd Pod on Twitter, That's Absurd Podcast on Facebook, and you can always drop an email at that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com. or you could drop a voicemail, and your voicemail will definitely be played. It doesn't matter what you say on the voicemail, we will play it. That phone number is 407-900-6076. That number again is 407-900-6076. And we'll catch you guys next week. We out.
Recording. Where you at?